For real? Oh, no. Let's go.
Boston.
State of OH! Today. In Berkeley, California. You got it. This one's for three. AJ Hawk, $5,000. USA! USA! USA!
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey! What? Let's go! This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pink! Stunner! Damn it!
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this April Fool's Wednesday. March? Nope. April 1st. This show starts now.
Sports!
Listen, April Fool is obviously something that some people fall for. Let's not be rude out there. I saw a couple guys announce their return to some professional leagues. Good luck to them if that's the case. If it's April Fool's, I don't like that you put me in a position to be happy for you, and then now I got to rescind that and actually be mad at you because you tricked me. Now, on that note, hope you're all having a fantastic Wednesday. We're back here at the Thunderdome after 2 days in Phoenix, Arizona, where there's a lot of NFL chatter and conversation. A lot of NFL people all kind of in one place. A lot of people shaking hands, kissing babies, telling secrets, and then all of a sudden reports coming out. Jalen Hurts is a problem.
Whoa.
What?
That's Mr. Fowler. Jeremy Fowler at ESPN reported basically is our latest at ESPN as he describes his entire article alongside Tim McManus. Jalen Hurts stands at a crossroads. Despite his immense success, sources say he has a hand in the Eagles' offense becoming calcified and frustrations have grown.
Uh-oh.
Pull up the definition of calcified, please, just so we can do that. Hardened by deposition of or conversion into calcium carbonate or another insoluble calcium compound. I go to the toxic table at Boston Connor, more specifically at Ty Schmidt, who got into Harvard, chose to go to Iowa because he wanted to be a Big Ten angler. Okay, no big deal. What the hell does he mean by calcified? Basically saying that Jalen Hurts has put the Eagles offense into a position where it can't go up or it can't go down. It's basically just here. And in the article, they say he likes certain routes. He likes doing things. He likes throwing it out here. He doesn't like these things. He changes plays to be ass plays, is what an anonymous source told Jeremy Fowler in a nutshell, this whole thing. Now, you read that, okay, especially as what we saw last year coming out of Chicago Bears camp, with how Caleb Williams was kind of being talked about by anonymous sources. Yeah. You go here to Philadelphia, you see anonymous sources, you start thinking to yourself, well, who would be saying play calls are good? That guy was changing them to ass call. You can start piecing things together, or maybe this is fresh out of the league meetings. The overall narrative was like, hey, there's a bigger problem here, and it's not just A.J. Brown opening up books on the sideline saying he hates what's it become over there. Is everybody unhappy? Is Jalen now the enemy? Well, this is a wild article to have here on this April 1st, fresh out of the league meetings, and I really don't know how to take it. Nick Sirianni's being called Chud.
Yeah.
Which we didn't love because of how he looks. He looks like he's a little bit jacked, but he certainly doesn't have a six-pack just yet. But now the Eagles, even more drama, which is seemingly the case with this team all the time. Now all eyes seemingly are on Jalen Hurts. That's crazy. This guy just won a Super Bowl 2 years ago, Ty.
Yeah, based on the context clues, I assume that is what calcify means in this situation, is basically that the offense is just stagnant because of him. Stays the exact same, doesn't change. But like you said, it is very interesting because this is the big thing we've kind of talked about with the Eagles. Even, before they won that Super Bowl, when they went a couple years ago with Steichen, it seems to always be a new offensive coordinator. Is it this guy's fault? We know how the fans treat him. Fans hate every offensive coordinator that comes in, then gets, Sirianni kind of gets some of that backlash as well. But it does make you think because, this stuff has come up before, but I think that's always been our response, kind of like, listen, this guy just won a Super Bowl. He cannot be the only reason that Philadelphia's offense kind of has looked like shite for the better part of the last year and a little bit before that. But it is very interesting that a couple people are kind of taking shots at him.
9-year NFL vet Darius J. Butler is here. 11-6 was the record. Okay, that's last year. Now,
be good for a lot of franchises.
Yeah, certainly would be. Now, Philadelphia, fresh off a Super Bowl, can't have it. We got to look better. We got to look the part. We got to be the part every single week. We need to be better than what we're showing. And also, when our star players that we have paid to be star players are coming out and saying, I hate this. I hate all this publicly in the middle of the season. Obviously, that's not good. Fans are expecting a certain thing. Team obviously wants to win every game. Jalen Hurts has won the entire thing and has played very well. Dagger, let's not forget about what that is from Jalen Hurts. But that's one of those throws he likes.
Oh, yeah. Right.
And he did call that play. They
true.
said he actually did call that particular play. But the drama seemingly never ending around Philadelphia. Is this a real thing of content here, you think, with this Philadelphia Eagles, especially with this article coming out, especially the timing of the article? Do you think this is going to be something that might affect the building in Philadelphia?
Definitely real. I've been hearing these rumblings for some time now. As you know, I'm in Philly. I fly into Philly every week during the NFL season to shoot at films, which is right in Jersey. So obviously fans talk, and people are in the building, people that work in the building. So you hear these things about the quarterback, and the quarterback position is always going to be a bunch around them. I thought, usually people are a fan of the quarterbacks and the players who win the big games, who win the big moments. As we know, the Eagles, they're one of my teams. Why I became an Eagles fan is because of Jalen Hurts. I liked how he played. I liked how he led. I liked all those things. Same thing on the other side of the country with Justin Herbert. And if you look at the narratives around these two different quarterbacks, everyone loves Justin Hurts. Hey, get some help around him, get some things. He's got to get over the hump, got to win a playoff game. And then you look at Jalen Hurts, you say, oh, he has a good offensive line. He has Saquon. He has good receivers. He has a good defense. Anybody could win a Super Bowl in that situation. So there's different narratives around it. I'm sure there's some truth to it as well. But we know this about quarterbacks. A lot of times they do bump heads with people. They want to do things their way. And if you look at that list, the graphic that we had up with all those different play callers that's been in his ear since becoming a starter, like that's abnormal. And obviously even in a league where offensive play callers move on, and he has an offensive coach, like this is abnormal. Usually with these great quarterbacks, you have continuity with play callers for some time.
3 out of 5 years he's created a head coach.
Yep.
True.
Okay? He knows that.
Yeah. Remember, even right in the show, we were talking about Baker Mayfield, and the coaches that have gone on and coached him went on to be head coaches. And so it's a lot of narrative. When it's Philly, it's going to be a big talking point because of their market, their team, their brand. And when you don't win at all, especially with a team like that, it's going to be loud shit like this.
In the article, team source said, poor body language. Always bought in, not the most coachable, and players notice. I would like to say I don't love that this is all anonymity, okay? It's like these people's lives will not be jeopardized. I understand that there should be anonymous sources and things that are very real in the world, and you need whistleblowers and all this type of stuff. In sports, this seems pretty cowardice.
Yep.
This feels pretty cowardice. Will we cover it?
Got to.
We're part of the problem.
Yeah, you do have to.
We are certainly a part of the problem, and maybe this is how business is done, to get things to happen. But that's a real quote right there. That's and the players notice. It's like questioning leadership, basically, not being bought in. Other players notice, and they hear the players speak during the season. It's like Philadelphia is such a fascinating place. And the head coach who's being called a chud right now has also been called a big dumb dipshit in the past.
That's right.
And they've won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They've won a Super Bowl. So good luck to all parties over there. Go ahead, comment.
Yeah, but it's clearly not nothing. Like, that's why we have to talk about it. It's because this isn't the first time. If this was the first time we've heard, like, oh, there's, some stuff going on in the Eagles locker room, fine. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but Brandon Graham on a radio interview basically said, like, yeah, the locker room, Jalen, A.J. Brown, like, they're not seeing eye to eye. And whether that was, outside voice or inside voice on the outside, whatever the hell you say, that wasn't supposed to be said. And then Brandon Graham says it, and then all of a sudden, no, this is nothing. And then there's the whole entire, they had a handshake thing. AJ, Saquon, and, Jalen were, they settled their differences. And then they asked AJ Brown about it, and AJ Brown's like, I don't remember that. That never happened. So it's not as if this is just out of nowhere. The timing of it is interesting right after the league meetings. That is fascinating. But, like, there is something within that locker room that isn't right. That has caused problems. And whether or not AJ Brown is there next year, right now he is. So if AJ Brown goes back and that they figure it out, that's amazing. But let's say AJ Brown leaves and then some stuff happens. It's like then there are real questions about the Jalen Hurts thing.
And if you remember it was either last year at this exact time or right before the season. There was another long ESPN article detailing how Sirianni and Jalen Hurts didn't get along at all, and that was one big thing that they had to kind of come face to face, before the season started. And like, hey, we have to put our swords down. Like, we have to make this work. So, yeah, exactly. It might not all be true, but Jalen Hurts is at the center of all this stuff. Like, and his name continually gets brought up. So it probably is a little more than nothing.
All right. I guess we have to pay attention to it. Now, on that note, let's go to one half of the hammer.
Dahn.
Cowboys AP Tone. What's the Eagles over under?
The win total is 10.5.
Think about that. 10 wins is expected from the sportsbook. 10.5.
I think it's tied for the most in the league. It's either 10.5 or 11.5. And they're still favorites to win the East. But they have fallen, like the last few years, they've been favorites to win the NFC as a whole. They're fifth right now behind the Seahawks, Rams, Niners, and Packers. So they fell a little bit in there, but they're still favorites to win these. 10.5 is a very, very strong win total. So the books don't believe in the drop-off as much as maybe the public is right now.
Pittsburgh Steelers, 8.5.
That's classic.
Seahawks, just won a Super Bowl, 10.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Philadelphia Eagles, who have fresh out of league meetings, April 1st. We don't think it's April Fool's from Jeremy Fowler. We try to do like personality profiling.
Sure.
We don't think Jeremy Fowler would be an April Fool's type guy.
It's an adult.
With this.
Is that what
exactly. That is what we're saying.
He is very.
He's super adulty.
Grow up.
Yeah, we would see that. Now, there was a time back where April Fool's Day was a scary day. You need to stay away from the phone.
Yeah.
You know, whenever you live in life a little bit. You know, you need to stay away from that. But there was a little bit of that stuff. Just like, really? You know, a couple of those.
Yeah.
And then you start conversating, like, could it? Well, I guess. And then things got a little bit too real. You know, we always ruin things. I think April Fool's had a fun time. Yeah, I think it had a fun time. But now with AI and the internet and everything, it's just gotten every day is April Fool's Day.
That's right.
And then April Fool's Day now, has it potentially become like New Year's Eve where the amateurs are going? You know what I mean?
Sure.
And it's like, I don't know, but whatever the case is, we need to all agree that April Fool's should be something different. We should stop with the fooling around.
Yeah.
And how about every day we stop using AI to trick people into believing things that could be
agree.
true?
That happens.
Every day is kind of April Fool's Day now.
That Dan Hurley thing,
Yeah.
thought that was
Thought there was a chance it was
AI, which I think is good of us to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to do that with everything.
Question everything.
Everything. Though.
Not just on April Fool's. So I think our April Fool's messages now, every day is potentially April Fool's.
Go.
Stay enlightened, cuz.
That's right.
On that note, Jeremy Fowler, I don't think he's April Fooling around.
No, he doesn't feel like that.
I don't think he is April Fooling around at all with this. And this is a pretty heavy story. He knew that was going to be the case coming out. He's going to have a good April, we think. Clicks.
Yeah.
He's on a good start. He's on a good start.
Hit
We've
his monthly
obviously
quota, yeah.
we've dove into that. We think we might have Cooper Flagg in about 8.5 minutes.
Okay.
We think. We don't know. We have not gotten confirmation on the time, and they lost pretty bad last night. But they've been losing.
They have.
They've been losing. But there was a conversation that was had with Cooper Flagg's folks that he would come on program. There's, March is just not, it was not a good month for the Dallas Mavs. So we don't know how this is going to go, but we think we're going to be catching up with Cooper Flagg. He had 19 and 10 last night, double, ho-hum. Don't worry about it. They lose by 50.
Yep.
So that's what it was.
That's been their season.
That's what it was.
That's the norm.
What was their record in March? 3 and what?
3-14 in March. I think they're 24-50 overall.
So if he, if he's on the program in 8 minutes, we will certainly let him know that stinks, that's your experience, but also that happens in every sport. Usually if you're a super talent, you're going to a team that isn't that great. Now, the Mavs were better than most teams whenever you went to that team, and then there was obviously a lot of hopes and dreams and drama and tweets from Shams Charania that changed the entire trajectory of everything in that entire world down there. But Cooper Flagg is a guy. There's some stats coming out about him. There's some stats coming out about him and some names that are being put up there. Teenagers who have averaged 20-plus points in a season. Cooper's doing it this year currently. Will he be able to finish, we assume? Luka, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, all certified bucket getters. Cooper Flagg obviously trying to cement his name on that list and also try to turn around a franchise that, boy, they've done some big old and then just right down here at the foot. Then they get that thing back. And then they turn that thing to the left foot. That's what they've done. A lot. Mark Cuban sells that thing. Then they're accused of trying to move the team to Vegas by being so shitty that people stopped buying tickets.
Yep.
Do you remember that?
Yep.
That was actual accusations that were kind of happening to them.
Oh, yeah.
Then, the move was made for the whole Luka trade, and Anthony Davis comes in there. If he's healthy, that's good. He's now a member of a Washington team in D.C., and he's not playing this year until next year because they're tanking. So he's on his team. And Luka scored more points, I think, in a month than maybe their team did in a year or so.
Yeah.
I forget what it was. So, Luka's the guy right now.
Yeah.
Down 38 pounds, which I think Nico was probably trying to say, when he was in Dallas. Too good at cooking over there, maybe, is what he was thinking. But Luka has won this particular trade. The Mavs haven't. But with Cooper Flagg, what we're saying, if we get a chance to chat with him in 6 minutes, seems like you're off to just a normal superstar start in a league. Wemby, first year at San Antonio, right? They weren't like the best somehow.
Yeah, same thing.
Somehow they weren't the best. Right now, with what we know about Wemby, they weren't good. And he could have been good by himself, is what we're learning in basketball, basically. So we hope the same will happen to him, but it feels like there is a young generation in the NBA that are doing good, right? I think that is a conversation. He's joining that group right now.
Yeah, without a doubt. It feels like the NBA is definitely on the up and up. And for Cooper Flagg, I believe he started the year at point guard. Like, they've moved him around. So it's not as if he just kind of, hit the ground running. It does feel as though he had to make some adjustments. But to your point, they fired the GM during the year. That's never a good sign as far as teams doing well. Jason Kidd's still there. But, we'll see. The long way to go for the Mavericks. Once Kyrie comes back, maybe that'll help him. Kyrie's been gone all year as well. So it is just one of those things where, hey, let's wait and see.
I love that basketball is going to heat up in the playoffs, and there's going to be a story about the NBA not being dead.
Yeah.
I do love that that's going to happen. But boy, with the haves and have-nots in the NBA now, it is tough to watch a lot of these games. But hey, things are going to heat up. Let's remember that. LeBron James is taking off from foul line again.
Yeah.
Somehow.
That's good. They got a chance.
I have no idea how he's doing, especially with the things that are being said
Wow.
about what's going on. We're watching this guy as a 40-plus-year-old taking massive oops from Austin, just going crazy. The minutes he's playing is outrageous. We've been watching him do that since he's 12 years old.
Yeah.
He's still doing that, and that team might be on a run. It's like the NBA is, whenever it gets to the playoffs, when we get rid of all the have-nots, they're all ass at basketball. Some of them, Adam Silver's not going to like me saying this, are trying to be the worst ass, the most ass basketball team.
Trying really hard.
They're trying. They're trying their absolute best with interesting little strategies. Subbing out at the 6-minute mark, 3-minute mark, who's going in, who's playing. Stars still playing. When are they playing? How are they playing? Interesting moves being accused of these teams trying to be the most ass. But when we get to the playoffs, after that first play-in thing, once we get to the playoffs, we should have all the good teams. So I think the NBA is going to be in a good spot. Sucks that Cooper Flagg's not a part of that. We will not start the Max Crosby needs to be traded type conversation so they can play big games with Cooper Flagg at this point. But it's certainly, if this is 3 more years of this, we're certainly going to have to get into that.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine that just because of how good he is. But I can't remember the last time all the teams that are eliminated from playoff contention is where it is. Basically, all the play-in teams for the playoffs are, solidified. Whether they're the 7, 8, 9, or 10 seed, I'm not sure. But those ones are already out. But yeah, it is a very good young league, which is good. Like Wemby in the Spurs, that storyline throughout the playoffs is going to be unbelievable. And then even the new teams in the East, like the Pistons and even James Harden with the Cavs is sweet.
The haters are going to be mad, in which there are many. We will not just be talking NBA hoops today.
No.
Yeah.
We'll be talking college hoops as well.
March Madness still going on.
Yeah.
We'll be talking college hoops as well.
Always.
UConn, shout out.
Oh, UConn. All 5 Americans. You see that little graph?
Yep.
Where everybody's from
American
UConn.
team.
Talking college hoops, obviously. Final Four's here in Indianapolis.
That's right.
It'll be sick.
Coach K said it's great. Also talking WNBA today.
Okay.
Every time we do that, it ends up really well.
Yeah, typically.
Today's going to be another one of those. Today's going to be another. What's that?
April Fools.
No, see?
Are you ribbing me?
You can't.
No. We just talked about the April fooling around.
What the heck was that?
Just making sure.
WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert will be joining today's show.
Okay.
Let's go.
This is a big conversation for us.
Huge.
We're very lucky and thankful to be doing it. I have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And she, talent. We went through her history. She was co-at Deloitte, which I think is like one of the 4 biggest firms of
Big 4, yep.
whatever firm.
Accounting.
There it is. Big accounting. Normally associated with a lot of money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ton.
A lot of money, a lot of talking. A lot of moving.
All numbers.
She was also a D1 athlete who is now a commissioner of a league, only commissioner across all leagues that's a D1 athlete as well. So a little bit of a dog on the field while also becoming an absolute beast in the suit room and suit game. So we're excited. He sits on the board of McDonald's, D-Bone. So thankful for what you guys do. He's so thankful. I'll make sure I tell Kathy. I do as well. I grew up, I don't think I was during the Kathy Engelbert McDonald's board time when I was growing up. Dollar menu, I don't think could fall into her particular world, but I'm sure there's other things that Bone has certainly
brought the McRib back.
Yeah, potentially. So we'll talk to her about that. We're very, very thankful for the WNBA having that combo with us today. That'll be in the next hour. Is Cooper Flagg joining the show?
I believe so. He has not joined the Zoom, but I've gotten confirmation that he is good for 12:20.
Here we go. Coop.
We didn't know. We like that. Okay. So on that note, NBA, we should chit chat about what college hoops has been doing. So NBA convo all year has been teams are good, teams are ass. Okay. College hoops having a better season than the NBA is what everybody said, which should mean that it's gearing up for a massive March Madness. Well, the numbers are in. Everybody's watching this thing. 19 mil the other day is what the number was for the television rate. Most watched NCAA tournament since 1993. 10.3 million viewers through the Elite Eight across TBS, CBS, TNT, and True TV. Shout out True TV. It's great finding where that is every March Madness. They're up 9%. UConn Duke in Elite Eight peaked with 18.9 million viewers on CBS for a thrilling conclusion. Game averaged 13.4 million viewers, which is up 15%. Sweet 16, early primetime window on Friday. Duke St. John's, Michigan Alabama, 14 million. That's up 38%. Most watched since 1992. College hoops. Everybody was saying they're having a great year.
Oh, yeah.
Turns out March Madness is doing it for them. NIL, transfer portal, older guys. No more Cinderellas, okay, basically. Iowa's the closest thing this year to baby.
Yeah.
Continuing a Cinderella.
Yeah.
But they're saying the whole, what we used to watch from March Madness, what everybody used to get excited about is the 102-year-old nun.
Sister Jean.
Sister Jean with
Loyola.
Loyola going on a run and us not knowing about it, and holy hell, that's the case. Now a transfer portal, NIL. Any of those smaller school guys that play good, either like for their first year or second year, because a lot of those Loyola teams or younger teams, they're like third, fourth year guys who've been together and they kind of know each other. If you have a good first year or a second year and you happen to get into March Madness or you just play well at all these big schools are just coming in and puck. Because if the ducks are quacking, you got to feed them.
Exactly.
And all those big schools are just quack. They are literally just taking all the small schools. So we thought maybe the Power Four would take over basketball, would be bad for hoops. Turns out, no. Quality of play is great. The games are battling. There's been a few blowouts.
Yep.
That certainly happened, but there's been a lot more exciting battles in this March Madness, and the numbers are gigantic. Have we been winning and gambling? And this thing, has the public been winning? Because I know favorites did well in the first and second round. And then as we move into the Sweet 16, Elite 8, now the Final Four, how should we feel whenever we're gambling on this? Have the public been operating at a high clip against it, or have the crowns never been ours?
So the first weekend was good, obviously, because of all the favorites, and the favorites dominated. And then that Friday, if you did a favorites parlay, it was undefeated. So they did well in the first weekend. And then the second weekend was going to be like, how was that? The favorites went 6-2 straight up over that weekend. There was only 2 upsets the whole weekend as far as the straight up money line goes, and then it was 4-4 against the spread were favorites in the second weekend. So, and a lot of people in the spreads weren't that big, so they were doing a lot of money line parlays and stuff like that. The one person who always wins, is Dan Hurley. He is 10-0 against the spread.
Yeah.
Sweet 16 and later. 18-3 against the spread overall in the tournament. If there is a man that you want to follow into war betting, it's Dan Hurley and the UConn Huskies. 18-3 in the tournament in his career and 10-0 against the spread, Sweet 16 or later, is Dan Hurley and UConn in his career there. So pretty incredible.
Yeah, it sounds like Dan Hurley was letting that ref know potentially, and I appreciate both sides of that conversation afterwards coming out and saying, that was a great basketball game.
Great.
It certainly was. Down 19 at one point, down 15. They come back, not only cover, obviously get the win over the highly powerful Duke squad, which is a shame. Join us now.
Oh, tough.
This is a tough transition. I didn't know this is where we're headed.
That's all me.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is a Duke legend. Absolute icon. Potential GOAT convo in the future when it's all said and done. Hembo has sent us stats about what this dude is doing during his teenage years. Remember, he reclassified, graduated high school early so he could get to Duke quicker to get to the NBA. Now, I don't know if it was strictly to get to the NBA or just for the good of Duke, where he lost to the Final Four. Made it to the Final Four, though, which is certainly fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, Dallas Mavericks star. The main event. Cooper Flagg.
Yeah, Coop.
How you doing, man?
What's up, y'all?
Hey, thank you for joining us. Listen, we are very thankful that you have joined us. I want to let you know that immediately off the jump. But I understand season's not going anywhere near what you expected. I looked up your record. In high school, you won a state championship. Then you go to Montverde. You win a national championship there. You go to Duke. Obviously, go to Final Four. Anytime you're a highly sought-after person, though, especially in professional sports, you're potentially not going to the best setup. What has this season been like for you? Obviously, you are getting numbers. You're balling. You're learning the NBA game. But what has this all been like as you're not getting as many wins? I assume you're a bit conflicted, living dream while it not going exactly perfectly. Is that kind of a good way to describe it?
100%. Yeah. I mean, obviously it's been tough. Like you said, through high school, college. I mean, I only lost 4 games last year. So there's been times of the season where it's been, really mentally taxing on me. Just not having the success that I would have hoped for. And obviously we've had a lot of injuries and a lot of, unfortunate things happen throughout the year. But, it's obviously not been ideal. And, I mean, I've had growth along the way and I've had to get better and learn on the fly. But, definitely not the start I would have looked for, but I think, hopefully eventually I'll be able to look back on it and know that I was able to learn a lot from it.
Yeah, let's talk about you playing like point guard with Kid there also helping. I think that was a big decision early in the year. Let's put the ball in his hands and see what it's like. You're a teenager. We put up some of the stats about the guys that you're next to. I don't know if you know this. Hembo sent this over to us this morning whenever he found out. Averaging 20-plus points as a teenager. You, Luka, Durant, LeBron, and Carmelo, okay? Not ass. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish this entire thing out. What has it been like as you transition into the men's league? Do you view yourself as a bucket getter? Have you had to develop? What do you think you've really changed in your game since getting to the Mavericks as opposed to college or high school?
Yeah, I think I've had to change a lot. I think, coming in, I wasn't expecting, kind of to be thrown in the fire as much. Obviously, I was looking at, AD, Kai, Clay, and obviously with, some of the injuries and stuff, it just didn't work out that way. And I was kind of just thrown out there, a little bit more than I would have expected and had a little bit more responsibility. But I think overall it's just helped me to develop. Like you said, you mentioned the point guard thing. Like, Coach K just giving me that confidence to go out and be a creator and learn the game in a lot of different ways. I think it's helped me to just get comfortable all around.
Yeah, how do you feel about the handles right now? Better than ever? Like, you think if I was to train for a month or two, I might be able to get a hand out there? Do you think so? How do you feel about the handles right now?
I feel good. I feel great about it. Like I said, I've gotten so much more confident and comfortable out there, as the years progressed. So, no, I don't think you could, but you could try.
I'm fouling the shit out of you. You know that. Because, first of all, I'm looking straight. How tall are you in real life?
6'9".
Okay, so we're here. Okay, we are here immediately. Okay, so that's not great news, but I'm fouling you immediately. But you're tough, dude. You go hard. Mm-hmm. You go so hard in the paint. It is you're fun to watch, brother. That's why obviously the NBA is so excited about the future with you. And there, go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, Cooper. One of the reasons you could argue why you go so hard is you were basically training with the Team USA Olympic team before you even got to college. What was that experience like? How much did you learn? Just going one-on-one against guys on that list, Kevin Durant. And how much did that kind of carry into your development for that year at Duke, just knowing what was on the horizon and what kind of players you were going to be playing in, 18 months?
Yeah, it was incredible. I think for me, just having that experience before I'd even played in a college game, it just gave me a lot of confidence going into that season. Like, playing against those type of guys, just sharing the court with them, like it showed me that, I was right where I belonged and I was on the right path. So, it just gave me so much confidence moving into the college season, and I just took that confidence and momentum with me, and I had a great season at Duke.
Yeah, they were talking about you, and that obviously you've been very good your whole life. I believe Mom's star too. I think you've been great your entire life. When you hear the OGs in your eyes, there are contemporaries, but you're a young ass. Mm-hmm. What year were you born?
06.
Jesus Christ, man!
You were in college?
I was a freshman in college. What month? What month?
December, so pretty much 07.
Oh, my God. Wow. We're having quite a time. Jeez. We're having quite a time.
December 06, yeah, you were.
Oh, my God. We're having an absolute blast. You are so young. Anyways, when you talk about the OGs, I guess, who are younger than me and my age, coming out speaking about you and getting to play against them, is that a big deal, especially in this NBA now? Whenever you travel around, are you talking to guys on other teams? Are they welcoming to you? Like, how do you kind of view that relationship with the older generation of the league, as you are clearly, in everybody's eyes, the next generation?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's been cool to interact with, some of those guys that I grew up watching, and that the Team USA thing. Like, that was my first time, sharing the court with any NBA players at all. So I was definitely a little starstruck, for that experience, and it was a little surreal. But I think now there's definitely a lot of guys that are welcoming, like the older guys, but you can definitely tell that a lot of them want to go at the rookies and the young guys, and they don't want to let them play at all. So a lot of guys just attack and come at the young guys. So.
How do you feel about that? Yeah, just knowing a guy's trying to kill you. Hey, you're really good. Yeah, main event. That's cute. Okay, I heard about you. Kevin Durant said this about you at the Team USA stuff. He looked like a hell of a player. He's somebody that's only going to get better with more experience. He's 17 years old, coming in here playing like a vet. No emotion. So you're a stone. Hey, we are not talking about. I'm not a fan of these guys. Okay, I'm not a fan of these guys. If I act soft, these guys are going to fucking kill me. Was there a full pre? Yeah, I assume there was for you going in there, like how we're going to operate. And obviously you impressed everybody, but have you been that way your whole life? Or are you always just like kind of made for the moment, it seems like? Because you youngs, because of money now, are handling money, I think, a lot better than us olds had to do it. But also, like, social media, being a famous person, do you feel like you've had to mature in that aspect of, like, how you handle your emotions in those situations?
100%. Yeah, I think, it definitely helped me to grow up a lot earlier. I mean, I left home when I was 15 to go to a prep school and live in a dorm. So I think I definitely had to grow up a lot quicker and things of those nature. But as far as, like, getting on the court and being nervous, for me, it's just once I step onto the court, it just comes down to basketball. Like, I've played so many basketball games at the end of the day. I've worked out so much. And so I just go back to that and trust all the work that I put in. And then I know that I don't really have anything to worry about, when I'm out there.
Yeah, but, like, you haven't done that. You can't. If you've done it every moment of your life since you were born, which I know there had to be some days where you're a baby, you took a nap, right?
Maybe.
There had to be some days. So it's like the amount of reps that you've had compared to it's outrageous. Go ahead, D-Butt.
Yeah, Cope, I know you're in the middle of it right now, but what's been the biggest adjustment on and off the court as now a pro? Like you said, you left home 15, so you've kind of been doing this. You've been on the big stage. You've been under the spotlight. But what's been the biggest adjustment now, being an NBA player?
I mean, there's a lot. I think the first thing that I would think about is just the lifestyle change. It's a big lifestyle change, obviously. I mean, I'm in a new city, living on my own, worrying about paying rent, paying for different things, just figuring that stuff out. Everybody has their own family. Like, a lot of the guys have, children, wives. So nobody's hanging out. Like, I'm going to practice, going to the games, and I'm going home and kind of just chilling by myself. So a lot of the lifestyle things are a lot different. And then the other thing I would say is just the length of the season. Like, 82 games is a lot, and you can't really prepare for it. So it's just been things that I've had to learn throughout the year of, mentally, physically preparing my body, preparing my mind, just to be ready for 82.
Have you had that kind of welcome to the league moment yet? We all kind of have had it in different ways. Have you had that yet?
I had a couple. I think, very early on in training camp and practice when we were going hard at the start of the year, there was definitely a couple moments. One I've talked about before, like I tried to dunk on one of my teammates, PJ Washington, and it just didn't go very well.
When you say you sit at home alone because your teammates are all adults, you play video games, I heard? You're a big gamer?
Yeah, I play video games.
Which ones? What are we playing?
I'm playing 2K a lot, FIFA, Rocket League, Fortnite sometimes, like whatever. I kind of just switch around, play whatever.
You a good hooper or a good gamer, and do people know it's you?
I'm okay. I wouldn't say I'm great. I'm okay. And the only game people know it's me is 2K, because they give us a little logo, so people can tell when it's us.
How are you in FIFA? FIFA pretty good or Rocket League better?
Probably better at Rocket League. I don't play FIFA as much.
Yeah, well, Team USA is just getting their asses kicked in soccer.
Yeah, nobody picks them on the game.
We're just getting our asses beat, dude. We just got Portugal last night.
Good squad.
Ass beat. The other day, again, who'd we play? Bolivia? Who was it?
Belgium.
There it is.
Belgique.
Belgique smacked
good
that.
squad.
I mean, we need to get better. Cooper, why don't you take your 6'9" ass and go stand in net for us at World Cup? We're giving up a lot of goals. We're conceding a lot of goals.
Too many.
Could you imagine him?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Coop, where are you at next? When's the World Cup?
Summer.
Yeah, July.
All right, forget about it.
July.
This kid's young. We don't need to be putting that much pressure on him, but you need to fucking think about it, Cooper. I think that is something you at least need to think about. Obviously, the main event is one of the greatest nicknames I've heard. Go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, Cooper, being a New England guy myself, I kind of understand the layout in Maine. I don't want to, bury Maine at all, but there doesn't seem much to do in Maine aside from, skiing, maybe head on down to a Gunquit. But what did you kind of do growing up? Was it strictly basketball? Did you play other sports? Like, what was kind of it like growing up? Or was your mom just on your ass every day, like, you better go get 200 jumpers up right now so you can go to the University of Maine, just like myself? Unfortunately, you were much better at what to do.
Yeah, my mom was definitely on my ass every day, no matter what. It didn't matter what I was doing. She was always on me about something. But no, I played a bunch of sports, all the way up until high school. I played football, played soccer when I was younger, baseball, ran track for a couple of years. So I definitely did, a lot of different things just to keep my body in shape and, to just kind of compete when basketball wasn't in season. But, I definitely did a bunch of different things.
Lobsters? Is that what's up there?
Oh, yeah. The best lobsters in the country.
you ever had.
Fresh catch.
He's never complimented Maine. I want to let you know that.
That's not true. My parents go to a gunquit for many, many years and plus, I'm a North Shore guy. Gloucester is basically a stone's throw away from Maine.
Oh, you're skipping Stone up there to Maine?
Skip Stone.
Will you get back to Maine? When do you get back to Maine? And what is the plan for the main event? I feel like you should just go do shoot around up there, probably sell an arena. Is there?
Yeah, maybe get traded to Boston. Come over the Celtics like you want to. Well, Stevens will get it done.
I don't like what Tatum did either. Fucking some miracle return whenever you play Boston earlier than anybody, so the main event can't even be celebrated up there. But tell me about your relationship with Maine and what it will be here as you continue to go. Feels like it's a lot of pressure. Other than the lobster thing on Shark Tank, right?
Yeah, legit.
The lobster people. Mm-hmm. It's like you are what I think of when I think of that state as a whole.
Well, I appreciate that, but for me, it's less pressure. It's more of just love and support, and I felt that ever since I was 15 and I left home to go to Montverde down in Florida. Like, it was just an incredible amount of love and support from the state of Maine, and they've showed up for me in a lot of ways. Ever since I left. When I played in high school, we went back and played a game in Maine and sold out 2 arenas 2 days in a row. When I played last year in Boston, it was hundreds of people that drove down to support us at Boston College, and then obviously when we went out to Boston this year, I felt a lot of love, and a lot of people drove up and supported me. So it's been really cool. And like I said, less pressure than anything. It's more just love and support, and people just show me that love.
What lobster should I buy if I want to have a good Maine lobster?
Well, lobster, I'm gonna be real. I don't eat lobster very often, and it's not my favorite, so I can't give you the gross recommendations. But my trainer's wife actually makes the best lobster roll that I've ever had. So maybe I can get that for you sometime.
Thank you.
Boom.
We will like it.
Nothing like a good lobster roll.
I mean, lobster roll from the trainer, too, make me taller, more athletic.
Mm-hmm.
You never know what's going on in there. Your trip down to Duke obviously talked about in a massive way. Everybody learned of you, but it wasn't just you that they learned about. And I think through the draft, another Duke guy obviously comes up, and now rookie year going crazy alongside. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Cooper, obviously your Duke teammate Con Knippel and you are the favorites to win Rookie of the Year in the NBA. He set the rookie record for threes, youngest player ever to hit 250 threes in a season. Did you know coming out of Duke that Con had this in him? And then is there any competition as far as Rookie of the Year? How often do you guys talk?
Yeah, 100%. I didn't have any doubt in Con. I saw it all year long throughout the season last year. I saw his work ethic, and I just saw what he was capable of. He was my roommate, so we had a lot of conversations and talked about it a lot. Both of our mindsets and what we were looking forward to next for this year. So, I never had any doubts in Con at all. But as far as Rookie of the Year, we don't talk about it specifically. We've definitely stayed in contact throughout the year and checked in on each other and just kind of seen how each other were doing. But it's never been like, oh, did you see the newest rookie ladder, or oh, have you seen my game last night, or anything like that. So it's more just been love and support of each other, and we're just going to let whatever happens with that happen.
Yeah, well, good for you guys. Obviously, you don't get a chance to see this because you're in the game, you're in the league. Let's make sure it stays that way until you're retired. But anytime 2 teammates are at the top of the odds to win an award, that's a cool thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a special story that you all will talk about for the rest of your lives. Ty has a question for you on that Duke connection.
Yeah, do you have much contact with Coach Shire? Does he reach out to you guys during the year? I know a big thing for you guys, and I don't know if Coach K was doing this too, but the Duke brotherhood and all that kind of stuff. So not just Con, but are there other Duke guys that are established in the league? Have you been able to lean on them? Do you guys interact at all, or what's that been like?
100%. I think anytime we play somebody that has guys that went to Duke, it's always cool and a good experience for me to catch up and talk to them. But I think definitely my teammates specifically, every time we play, or even in general, I've definitely stayed in contact with from last year. And there was all 5 of our starting 5 is in the league now, so just staying connected with those guys, and it's been really cool to have that experience. But as far as Shire, he's reached out a lot of times throughout the year, and we've stayed in contact. Obviously, we've both been, pretty busy, but I'll talk to him a lot. The All-Star break, all of us went back from last year's team, and we were all back and watched 2 games at home. So we definitely still have that brotherhood and that connection, and that will never go away.
You should send him a text, I think.
Yeah.
It's going to be okay, Coach.
You want me to come back, Coach?
You should think about it.
Want to go golf?
You should send him you want to go golf, baby? Heard you're a big golf guy. I also see you're wearing, is that a New Balance t-shirt or is it a sweatshirt? I don't know.
There's New Balance t-shirt.
You a New Balance guy? You a New Balance guy?
A huge New Balance guy. I love New Balance.
Oh, yeah, everything about him, just like the logo, the style, the fit, the shirts, the
yeah,
shoes.
everything. Yeah. The shoes, the clothes, the brand, everything about it.
Yeah. What's your favorite New Balance thing other than the shirt you're wearing right now? If you had to just go through your entire mindset, like, oh, New Balance has so much good shit, but my favorite thing is when I
would say my favorite thing is the lifestyle shoes. Obviously, I love the basketball shoes too, but I like the lifestyle shoes. There's so many options, and they have some really good lifestyle shoes. So,
do we have any sales on that going on right now or anything like that?
I mean, his shoes have been sold out basically since they came out. It's kind of bullshit.
I remember us trying to buy them.
Yeah,
I remember us trying to buy them. So that's kind of thanks, New Balance.
Yeah.
Is there anything else the leisure shoes? Maybe that's why he said the leisure shoes. Basketball shoes are cool. Tough to get. But the leisure shoes, you can wear those. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, I can get you some too if you need them. So.
I want to support the biz. I want to support the biz.
I don't. I'm size 12.
Cooper, thank you for joining us, man. Continue strong here. This is going to be a huge year. Obviously, you know this. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. But this year is going to be massive whenever they tell the story of your entire career. We can't wait to watch it all, and thank you for giving us your time.
Of course. Thank you guys very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cooper Flagg.
Yeah, Coop.
It's the main event. New Balance.
They got a roster.
Sure, they do.
Shohei.
Coco.
Cooper.
Coop.
Is it Kawhi?
Yeah, I think Kawhi. Maybe
Kawhi.
Did you see? We got the TV on the back of the wall here. Yeah, this is backwards as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Classic.
Might have saw both sides of my face right there, and I thought to myself, yuck, dude. Too much of that. Shohei, speaking of Shohei, in New Balance.
Yeah.
He made his pitching debut last night for the 2026. This would be in normal rotation, too, for like a starting pitcher, right?
Yeah.
So it feels as if Shohei potentially going to be one of the starting pitchers in rotation this year for the Los Angeles Dodgers. He threw in preseason. He had 11 strikeouts in 4 innings. Last night, 6 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, 1 hit. Massive success is what we would call this. And he also got on base as well, right? So this was a full Shohei evening, and this is what we should be expecting throughout the rest of the season, Ty Schmidt?
Yeah, I have no idea how often he'll pitch. He might, typically starting pitchers, they'll get 4 or 5 days rest and go again. I don't know if Shohei will do that or if they'll sprinkle him in a little bit more just because he is doing so much. Like you mentioned, he played, he had a single and also had 2 walks, so he got on base 3 times through 6 innings. But it's one of those things where if Shohei's out there and he's pulling the string on that sweeper, he's throwing 6 innings of 1-hit ball and striking out guys, and if he feels good and wants to do it, you need to have this guy out there every 5 days because not that the Dodgers aren't winning enough already, but if he's pitching like this, it's damn near an automatic win.
Yeah, and on that note, we all think from our information that we have gathered about Shohei Ohtani, he views himself as a pitcher. So if he does not have at least one successful full season where they win a World Series as a pitcher, I think he won't fully, feel as if he did it. He told us that he thinks he could strike himself out whenever we talk to him at the All-Star game. Do you view yourself as a hitter who can pitch or a pitcher? I'm a pitcher who can hit, is how he views himself. So I think this is a very self-important mission that he's on as well. And I think the skipper, Dave Roberts, has mentioned that too. Shohei wants to go, so we're going to have him go. He seems to be one of the most driven people in history of sports as a whole. He's going to be talked about as one of those guys. If he accomplishes a full season of pitching and hitting, though, this is a ludicrous venture that he is about to attempt here.
Oh, yeah, for sure, because that would be the only concern is just how much can the human body take of him going out there, throwing 100, throwing a bunch of pitches for 6 innings, also taking a bunch of at-bats, and then because he's not going to get very many days off to begin with, because he probably doesn't want to be sitting on the bench, but he's also DHing, so they need him in the lineup. If he were to go through this entire season and have like a Cy Young-esque season on the bump, we already know what he's going to do at the plate. And then if, they stay healthy and make a run to the World Series or win a World Series, like there is no question that he is already the best, most talented baseball player of all time. But yeah, this would just take it to another stratosphere.
Maybe greatest athlete ever, like greatest.
I think you can make that argument. Yeah.
Can I drop a stat just before you even get into
please.
that? Slings on Sports. This was tweeted by the MLB. Shohei Ohtani currently holds the longest active on-base streak, which is hitting the best.
Just getting on base. So
which is most consistent. I mean, 36 games straight of getting on base is pretty good.
Yeah, very good.
It's obviously the longest streak. And then the longest active scoreless inning streaks as well. 22 and 2/3 innings pitched. That's what we're doing. That's baseball, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is that what baseball is? It's this one?
Yeah.
It's this one, and then it's this one, right? This is baseball?
Getting on base and then assuming guys are going to drive you in and then not allowing the other team to score. That's a pretty good recipe to win baseball games.
Insane.
So, yes,
I
that
think
kind of accent.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And I don't think that – I'm guessing that doesn't count playoffs. Like, he had the playoff game last year where he went 6-6 and then pitched 2. And it was
3 home runs.
Yeah, exactly. Just like the craziest thing ever. So, every time he goes out there, it is kind of one of those things where it's like, Shohei could do something tonight that has never been done before.
Creating history, which is always a cool thing to be a part of, and we will continue to watch that. More history happening today as well. Who's on the bump for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Tone?
Paul Skeens is on a bump today.
Oh, really?
It better go better.
Skeens, it has to.
Yeah.
The last time Paul Skeens was pitching for the Pittsburgh Pirates, he got pulled in the first inning.
67 ERA.
He has still yet to get 3 outs this MLB season.
That's true.
This will be his second start. Now, there was some stuff that happened in that particular inning in which Paul Skeens was pitching for the Pittsburgh Pirates, like the center fielder. That guy couldn't catch a ball multiple times with runners in scoring position and potentially a way to get out of the inning. Good news, he'll never have to deal with that again. Paul Skeens had to have that on his first game, and he won't have to do that ever again.
Sure.
Yeah, they're not. Why would they?
Well, it turns out there's some salt to O'Neal Cruz.
We got the same center fielder going out there for Paul Skeens today?
Yeah, this guy hit 2 fucking home runs last night.
Cool. Put him in another position. Guy can't catch a damn fly ball.
That's where he's at. I don't know what to tell you.
This is how we feel about Paul Skeens.
Can't just stick him somewhere.
Don Kelly likes his gas.
I respect that. And there's a lot of people that have lacked their gas for a long time. And listen, if that guy's going to hit multiple dingers every single week, can we DH in this league?
Yeah, we have a DH that can't play in the field already. So
yeah, and he just stays in the dugout and just hoists the cone all day long.
The what?
The cone?
He hoists the cone.
Hoist the cone. It's kind of the...
Come on, don't wait, dog.
Smoking hoist the cone.
I think Tony can talk about it more because I think this is like a Pirates tradition that goes back.
We were at a game. I don't
Hoist
remember it.
the cone. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
So why are they hoisting the cone? You might ask yourself.
Yeah.
If you're a Pittsburgh Pirates fan, you're probably wondering the same thing. Little did you know, we're all hoisting the cone these days. Cone? How did the cone make its way into the
dugout?
Dugout for the Pittsburgh Pirates?
Yeah, you'd be shocked to learn that Buccos have not always hoisted the cone.
What?
No, we raised the Jolly Roger.
We do raise the Jolly Roger.
Not a lot. That's when a win happens. You raise this Jolly Roger. It's
the skull and bones.
It's a Bucko flag. You're supposed to raise it up.
Cool.
Yeah, it doesn't get up there a lot, though. A lot of very fresh Jolly Rogers around
Cannonball on deck.
Cannonball coming, yeah.
A lot of these.
So
hoisting the cone.
Hoist the cone is new because, shocker here, you're going to be absolutely shocked. Pirates, this summer, Fanatics put out a shirt that said hoist the cone on it. I believe it was a misprint, but there's the Buccos P. Right underneath it says hoist the cone. No one in Pittsburgh had any idea what that meant, but the team has decided to embrace it. When we're hitting bombs, we are hoisting that cone, baby. We're still putting on the welder's mask, but we're also hoisting the cone.
Yeah, so we got a welder's mask. We got a cone we're hoisting because it's a traffic cone. We can't be having too much traffic on the base.
There's a cone and a mask.
So there it is. Hey, however many more the Buccos need to keep winning, let's do it. And Fanatics are saying, this is what we do. We influence pop culture.
Yes. Exactly.
We give traditions to folks. And I like to say, Fanatics, I think people would say, huge strikeout on the hoist cone at the beginning because nobody knew what it meant. You were just living in the future. That's Fanatics football.
Okay. Yeah, exactly, because I believe the Marlins are actually the Miami Marlins, D-Butts team, who are lightning hot so far.
4-1.
Ruffle the feathers. That's what they're going with this year.
Really?
Yeah, ruffle the feathers. Yeah,
Ruffle the feathers. Did you see that on a shirt?
I did.
No,
Same deal. No, it was
no.
the Marlins, and it had like the little fish coming out of there, and ruffle the feathers. That's what they're running with.
Really?
Marlins don't have feather. What are we talking about?
Exactly. That's what you need to start
That's
doing.
what you got to start wondering.
And didn't you see another one in there?
Yeah, I saw that the Reds were thinking about doing break the bulb.
Break the bulb.
They're going to have a bunch of light bulbs in the dugout, and then anytime they hit a home run, they're going to take that bat and bash a bulb just right in the clubhouse.
I like it. See, this is what Fanatics is doing. Fanatics saying, we get involved in your league, we make your league better. We start traditions. We hoist the cone.
Yeah.
Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who's going to break down the situation in Philadelphia with their quarterback better than us. And to be honest, I learned of the situation through this man's Twitter account, where he has certainly been active this morning on his thoughts. This guy played in the NFL for 14 years. He's Super Bowl champion with New Orleans Saints. Now, ESPN guy, and I think he has his own show as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Chase Daniel. Hey, sorry we're hoisting the cone there. Had to do it.
I love it. What's the Padres one? I'm taking my son to a Padres game today. I'm taking him out of school. Does the Padres have something cool?
We'd have to ask Ruben over there at Fanatics. I'm sure there's something that nobody's thought of yet that is certainly going to become a lucky charm. On that note, family forever. Love that. It's a good hat.
Yeah, love them. They're good people over there. I got about 15 of these hats. Every time I'm on, I try to wear something like that. I love what they do as a company, man.
Yeah. I hope they're good people because we give them a lot of marketing. If they're like serial killers or anything, and I've never met them.
They're great people.
Okay, good. Happy to hear that. Family forever. Yeah, good hats. We so appreciate the hats you sent us. Chase, let's talk about family, maybe not forever. Let's talk about a football team becoming a family. Let's talk about an organization becoming a family, especially with the amount of paisans that are over there, family over there. The story that Fowler reported this morning, fresh out of league meetings about Jalen Hurts. First of all, we talked about this earlier. We do feel as if we are a part of the problem as we are continue to amplify anonymous sources within a building. Don't love that anonymous sources happen in sports. Don't think your life is in danger. We understand where there is a need for anonymous sources in sports. It feels weird, especially with this type of shit that's coming out here. Chase, how abnormal is everything that's being said from in this building, especially for a guy that's won a Super Bowl? And why do you think it's happening? And what are next steps? Kind of just take it everywhere in every thought that you have about the situation, Chase.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you guys. I was watching Yale's A Block and Open, and just the fact that the anonymous sources to me says it all. I absolutely hate that. Like, put your name behind it because these are people's careers and jobs and stuff like that. On that note, when I read this article, it's like another Jalen Hurts hit piece. It seems to like be coming out every single year, and the timing is really weird, right? A.J. Brown trade didn't go through. Now we're back to talking about Jalen and everything. This is not normal, Pat. Like for teams, team sources, whatever it may be, to be talking to reporters and getting this news out there, right? Like you want to protect the family, you want to protect the team. So when I see this, I'm like, well, do they not love him? Do they not do this? Like he's one of 8 quarterbacks to go to 2 Super Bowls in the first 5 years of his career, right? But I think because of what's being said in this article, there are a lot of parallels you can really draw to his play. And that's where I take it, is like the play on the field at times, right? He's known for his clutch gene. He's known for his winning. He's known for all this stuff. And I'm saying this, and I'm probably the Philadelphia Eagles' public enemy number one. Like, Philadelphia fans absolutely hate my guts because they think when I'm talking about Jalen, they think that I'm like criticizing him as a person. No. Look, we're just talking about his play. And you guys saw last year, right? He's going to be on 6 different play callers, I think, in 6 years.
Yes.
Something's got to give. And I think the article hits on a lot of correct things when it talks to his time on the field. Because his time on the field, right, it's very vanilla. What Jalen Hurts does really well, he wants to sit back and shotgun. He wants to see everything. And he's really a half-field type progression guy. You don't really see him. He doesn't feel comfortable going under center. You don't see him sweeping the field 1, 2, 3, 4 like other quarterbacks, and that's fine. But when you have an offense that has surrounded him like that, with full of all pros, Saquon Barkley, the best running back in the world, A.J. Brown, you're talking about trading one of the better receivers in the NFL. It's just a really interesting thing. And so that's why just zone coverage, D-Bot, you know this better than anyone, zone coverage, it just makes Jalen sort of freeze up, right? You don't know, he doesn't know where to go certain times. When he's on time and in rhythm, it's good, but more often than not, It's not, but I'm with you guys. The anonymous sources drives me crazy.
And we are amplifying the anonymous sources, so we feel terrible. But this is a huge story. This is a gigantic story for the Philadelphia Eagles, especially because they've won a Super Bowl with this guy. They've paid this guy, and there's been drama seemingly surrounding him. Now, you talk about the 6 different play callers in 6 years, something has to give. He's made 3 head coaches, too. So it's like a Sirianni, obviously, Shane, and then Kelly Moe in there. 3 of the guys head coaches still that have been his play callers. So it's like there has been some good. It's seemingly been way too negative, though. And your point about the timing, people are just getting too comfortable talking bad about the starting quarterback. Like people are way too comfortable talking bad about the starting quarterback. And I think that's what we're acknowledging about the entire situation. But if everybody's this comfortable talking bad about it, they feel handcuffed, I guess. They can't move on. How would you move on? And what would you move on to?
I mean, it's a tough spot to be in, obviously being, the quarterback of the Eagles. But back to on the field, Chase, do you see at this point in his career those things changing or him evolving or him doing those things better at the quarterback position?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. I think everyone can evolve. When you have a guy with the talent that Jalen Hurts has, you can absolutely evolve into that guy. And with Sean Mannion, right, LaFleur guy, McVay guy, Kubiak guy, you're going to see this year, this year is going to be a really good litmus test, in my opinion, for Jalen Hurts, because there is going to be a lot of under center, which he doesn't love to do, but he's successful when he does it. The run game is more successful when you do it because you have the play action pass, you have under center run, you have outside zone, you have inside zone. I think the quarterback run game is going to be brought in more to what's happening. And so it's going to be a good litmus test this year to see, hey, if you can fit in this mold. I'm not saying they should move on, but by any means. But when you have an offense and you have that type of defense with Vic Fangio, you expect better results. And it's just Philly. Look, I played in Philly in 2016, and that locker room is different, man. Like, everyone is very aware of everything that is being said about them and about other people. And I've witnessed at times that locker room can be a little divided. That was in 16. That was 10 years ago, right? Completely different head coach, completely different building. But Philly just seems to be like the negativity coming out of there is like at an all-time high.
Always, too. It seems like there's always some negativity. 30 seconds or less in your answer. Fernando Mendoza throws today at Indiana. What do you think everybody sees? The entire Las Vegas Raiders organization is out there.
Yeah, I mean, clear number 1 pick. Like, I really do believe this dude is a franchise guy. And you're doing that because I've talked to Dan quite a bit after his whole Ty Simpson thing. And we're, we see it differently. And I think Ty's a great player. But when you look at Fernando, there's a lot of things that you can't teach. It's the intangibles, the heart, the poise, the interviews. The guys love him. He's 6'5", Pat. Like, come on, man. Like, how can you not? You're handing the ball to Ashton Genty.
Yep. We appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen. Chase Daniel out on the other side. You're the man.
It's electrifying here in Happy Valley. We're lucky to be here. And, the way you win this is you have be the first 300 people here and you get a ticket. And then we randomly select a ticket, and that person gets an opportunity to kick a 33-yard field goal for an undetermined amount of money. This week, we had our man, William, right? What's your name?
William, yes, sir.
You won the raffle, and you said, I don't want to kick because I suck at kicking. Is that accurate?
More or less.
What is your major here?
I'm a finance major.
Okay, so money decision was, I suck at this. Let me try to find somebody who's good at this. How did you land on my man here, and what are your hopes in him?
Well, I was looking around. I saw my man. He said he plays soccer, and I was like, this is my guy right here, my guy Carson. I have faith in him, so I know he's going to get it done.
All right, you're Carson, right? You played high school soccer. Is that accurate?
I did play high school soccer.
Where are you from?
I'm from Hanover, Pennsylvania.
Okay, you're a Pennsylvania guy. Have you ever kicked a ball before?
Other than not football, soccer.
Okay. Well, hopefully you're terrible at this. It's $100,000. Are you guys splitting that 50-50?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll make it $300,000. $150,000 for both of you. Okay. You only get 1 kick, though. You've gamed the ticket game, which I appreciate and respect. It's up to $300,000. $150 for both of you. Only 1 kick, though, Herbie. We're not doing anything. I don't care how many Staters chant for another kick. Only 1, Herbie. Played high school soccer. He's a good player.
We got a problem here.
That's right. It's a whiteout. It could be a special day. You could help out your guy, William, in winning $150,000. 1 kick, $300,000, 2. This minute, Carson, congratulations.
You pushed that.
William, way to go. It has been an expensive year out here at the field goal kick. Carson, I'm proud of you, buddy. 300,000, 150 to you, 150 to you. Good finance decisions were made. And the first top 6 whiteout has a magical vibe and an expensive one. Roar! 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 Thank you. Goodbye.
I think that might, maybe they should have turned that around and said thank you to Pat.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey,
Why?
let's go. This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pink!
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this magical April 1st, 2026. Hour 2 of the program begins now. Sports are fantastic, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
The best. In this hour, we're going to be talking to a commissioner of a league. A league that just signed a new CBA, a 7-year CBA that saw its salaries for players grow exponentially. Ladies and gentlemen, Kathy Engelberg will be joining us this hour. She is the commissioner of the WNBA. People are wondering, why would she come on this show?
Who said that?
Me, kind of.
That's fair.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
But I'm pretty excited.
Okay.
I'm like, I've taken this as a huge honor, huge opportunity, and we've tried to do as much research as possible so we get some good answers out of Kathy, but also provide Kathy the opportunity to kind of talk shit about her league a little bit. For her league. For her league. Not about, for her
Good
league.
shit.
And what they were able to accomplish. I mean, this negotiation, I thought they had no chance, especially with what the projections were happening, how it was happening. They had pictures coming out from the negotiation with the players and the owners, governors. I don't know what names they use for the people that own the teams.
Sure.
I don't know if they use the name owner or not.
I think it is governor.
The governor of the team, the governor who also owns teams in there while they're doing the negotiations and everything. Like, I appreciate the way they've operated. Genuinely. I have massive respect for it, the way she's been able to guide the ship. I cannot wait for her to get a chance to put her league over a little bit. And in doing so, maybe us learn some things.
Yeah.
Maybe we get a new favorite team.
You never know.
Wow.
Do you want to be a fan of maybe a dynasty in the making, 3 out of the last 4? The Las Vegas Aces? Yeah. With Asia Wilson, who's going to go down as greatest player of all time until CC out here in the Fever kind of do their thing.
Got a new facility going up.
So I'm excited for our WNBA conversation today. I think it'll be different than anybody else's, and hopefully this will be one that ends positive.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Of course.
This is the one.
That'd be so cool if that happens.
I don't think you got anything to worry.
Our time is now.
Yeah.
Your time is, everybody's time is up.
Yeah, our time
But
is
our
now.
time also talks the table at Boston Connor, at Ty Schmidt. That's one half of the Hammer. Cowboys AP 10 looking like Cameron Young with the MLB logo right on your chest.
Damn right.
Is that because Paul Skeens is pitching today and you're his biggest fan?
It is because Paul Skeens is pitching, because the Buccos are currently hoisting the cone. O'Neal Cruz hit another one. It's also because one thing that Netflix did do right on their MLB coverage is Bert Kreischer wore this hoodie out when he was announcing the teams. And I saw that hoodie, and I went to the website immediately and bought it because I can be easily influenced.
Hold on.
It's a good hoodie.
Hold on. You were influenced by the Netflix coverage.
Yep.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Everybody's talking negative about what was going on there. Hey, it's baseball. Let baseball do baseball. Well, what they were thinking was big business. They were thinking, let's go ahead and sell some shit to Marks. Boom.
You know, now that
This
you
is the
mentioned
one.
it,
Right
you
here.
do kind of look like Bird in that hoodie. It looks good.
That's a hell of a compliment.
I think so too.
All right, now take your shirt off.
Then I would still look like Bert, so I don't take my shirt off.
Nah,
let's go baseball.
Well, that was a good speech. The thought of Netflix getting absolutely crushed and crucified for that. When's their next baseball game?
Never.
Yeah, they have the home run derby in the middle of the season. Yeah, they do.
Okay, I'll watch that.
Yeah,
I'll watch it. That'll be good. That is a spectacle.
ESPN doesn't have the home run derby anymore?
No, Netflix does. But I think what Netflix is trying to do, it's in Philadelphia this year. I think Netflix is like perfect for the home run derby. I do believe that. I think a lot of the stuff they try to do, I anticipate this year's home run derby being very entertaining.
Okay, there's been a lot of moving of assets. 9-year NFL quarterback there, could have been.
I played a little quarterback.
Could have spin it, played wide receiver, played corner, played safety. Played a little outside linebacker if you need me. Ladies and gentlemen, Darius J. Butler. D-Bucks, we're talking about assets kind of moving around. Did you see what happened with the Monday Night Football doubleheader?
I did. I like it.
Yeah, Monday Night header no longer. Yeah. Much to the chagrin of nobody, the doubleheader on Monday nights is over. This was something that was cool maybe one time as like, hey, we got a double thing here, but nobody really enjoyed it. It was tough to watch. March Madness, much easier to watch multiple games or have multiple coverage on. But if one of the games was clearly better than the other, you had no interest in the other, and then you end up seeing less of that particular game than even whenever you do for Red Zone Channel on Sunday with Scott Hansen covering games that don't matter. So I just think it was an interesting thing to try. I appreciate ESPN getting more NFL games out of it, so I appreciate and respect that. But I do believe during the negotiations of NFL Network coming over to ESPN, which is now official, congratulations.
Let's go.
I saw there were some emotional conversations about the history of NFL Network now that it's about to enter a new stage with ESPN in control as the guider as opposed to the league itself. They have brand new studios over there in LA that are beautiful. They obviously have a lot of technology, have a lot of assets, they have everything like that. But in doing so, he moved some games around. Now they have 5 games that would have been Monday Night Football doubleheaders that are now available potentially to new streaming platforms that they can sell. What's that called whenever you sell something individually as opposed to in a big package?
Like a one-off?
It's like a la carte. There it is.
Yeah.
That was exactly what I was looking for. Now they can sell these games a la carte, and that's where you can just start getting the bidding wars for absolutely absurd games. And this is how the revenue and the salary cap in the league will continue to grow. And once they continue to showcase that they can sell one-off games, whether it's on Friday, Black Friday, or a Wednesday afternoon game, or a Saturday game, or a Christmas night game, or a super-duper day in the week night game that happens on one of these platforms, once they showcase how much money they can make out of that and what the salary cap can become, and then they make their pitch to the players saying, hey, if you give us 18 games here and we're able to do this with others, the amount of money and what the salary cap can become is astronomical. I know we're talking to the WNBA commissioner and Kathy Engelbert. They've been around for 30 years, the WNBA.
This year.
I think it took the NFL a long time to become a mega profitable kind of operation. So we're talking decades and decades and decades for most of these leagues to become mega profitable. The NFL is currently in its super duper profitable world. And if they're going to start a la carting games even more with how much these streamers are looking for live events, streaming platforms are looking for live events, it's only up and to the right for the foreseeable future for this NFL. And I like this move as a viewer, even though ESPN is losing an NFL game, which technically because ESPN licensed this show, we should be bummed out about. I think this is good for the viewer. I think this is great for the NFL's pockets.
Yeah, it's always going to be great for the NFL pockets. Any move that they make, and then I think what you said more importantly, though, for the viewer, because for the viewer, you would think more games better on the same night, but, you have one game, hopefully it's a good game. You got the crew that you're used to every Monday night. It's going to be that big game. And as a player, too, even, like, you knew when you had that Monday night game, that was the day, the night that all your peers are going to be watching, your family, your friends, your fans, wherever they were, your haters, everybody was going to be tuned in watching that one single game, and it makes that game huge, just like Sunday Night Football. Sunday Night Football is huge, so now you have Monday Night Football, and you have it with that one specific game. In the NFL, they're going to always make their money. It's always going to help that bottom line. But for the viewer, I think it's more important. I think it's a win for them, too.
I think so as well. Thanksgiving Eve is being pitched by Ari. Obviously, at night, every Thanksgiving Eve, there's a lot of families gathered around, just like Thanksgiving Day is the same. I've been pitching for a while to the NBA, Adam Silver, Christmas Eve, because the NFL kind of came in and took over Christmas. We just kind of, I'm saying we, like I had anything to say with it. I didn't. But Raj Goodell, he said we're taking Christmas. And they did. And Christmas for the NBA used to be the day, right?
Oh, yeah.
That was kind of like the day for the NBA. So they need to move Christmas Eve. But if they won't move Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve, another great day for the NFL to go to, strictly because everybody's off school, right? Christmas Eve is
and
off
this year's
school.
a Thursday, so I assume they will have a Christmas Eve game.
So they'll try it. This is what they did with Christmas. Christmas fell on a day in which the NFL, Sunday, Thursday, Monday, whatever it was. Christmas fell on a day where the NFL was, and they felt obligated to their viewers, obviously, to deliver. And then once they saw it, they're like, oh, everybody's home. Let's go ahead and we can total audience deliver, manipulate this thing a little bit. There's at least 2-3 people at every TV, right? Think about these families gathering. Yeah. We got 275 million people that watch this game. Yeah, we can do a couple more of these things. We got a couple more of these, a couple more of these, a couple more of these big events. Now all of a sudden they're doing their own. Christmas Eve could be one of those. Thanksgiving Eve night obviously could be one as well. But it's like you can get another day, I think, in on Christmas Eve if you really wanted to.
And actually this year, because Christmas falls on a Friday, I believe yesterday at the league meetings, the owners passed something where teams can now play more than 2 short week games Thursday night short week games this year because of that. So I mean, the wheels are already there.
Yeah, it's really the money. Money is, and they know it. You can tell that they know it, and you can tell that people are trying to buy NFL teams. Know what's possible. They can just start making up events.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, if a duck quacks,
feed it. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you what, pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. But if that thing's quacking all day long, which we will.
Yeah.
We will. We will wake up. If there was a 7 a.m. game, we'll do it. We will wait if it's a good game. That's going to have to be a good game. Mm-hmm. I think the whole world would wake up at 6 a.m. if it was a good game.
You know who's calling it? Volume. That determines the volume level.
Sure.
Who's calling the game?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can't be mailing it in on those morning games. You're trying to tell us it's prime time because it's all by itself and we're supposed to wake up to the NFL. Our first impression of the NFL is that game. Let's make sure we're fucking putting on a good show. Mm-hmm. Like over there in Australia, they're doing a 10:35 game or whatever it is for their time, nighttime. That's going to have to be a good presentation of the game.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to have to be a good game, 10:35 a.m.
Yeah.
And it will be. That's why they got such a good game going down there. I do love Shanahan going. You know what? I've been trying to look into it a bit. I haven't found one positive. It's good for the game, though.
And I like that he said, hey, when we're in Mexico, Rams, they're playing us in Mexico. Because if we're doing 2 internationals, they're doing 2 internationals.
Then you heard the little conspiracy work about how, fans take over other stadiums. We got to move it to another part of the world. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, sounds good.
A lot of red in SoFi.
Yeah, interesting. We're taking this thing to Australia. I like the way these coaches have been operating at this league meetings. Yeah. Feels like they all know who the guys are.
Uh-huh.
Feels like this generation of coaches all know who the head, feels like we're going to have this group of this is a class of head coaches that we're about to live with, I think, for the next 10, 15, 20 years. And I think they all know each other very well. That is my takeaway from the off-the-record camaraderie, chemistry building thing that we got a chance to see.
And this is when you would assume this is when they really get to know each other, especially we got 8 new head coaches or 6 or 7 first-time head coaches. So this is their first time being in that element, being around the pool with Jay Glazer holding court. And now you kind of see the pecking order, the hierarchy in that world.
I like that they're talking shit to each other.
Oh, yeah.
I like that they are confident and comfortable. I mean, even the Ben Johnson, LaFleur stuff.
Yeah.
It's like they just had to be in the same place here a little bit ago, still carrying that on. Like, I like this generation of coaches. I also appreciate the fact that Vrabel understands. You know what I mean? Vrabel kind of understands. Mm-hmm. During that coach's annual photo, we had to zoom in on it. Mike McCarthy almost missed it. He thought the GM was going first. We had to send him on his way.
Yep.
And where he stood in that photo, you could tell that he almost missed it. He was just getting there late. I don't think many people were talking about that as context added to why he was standing back behind everybody. He looked the way that he looked there. As Vrabel sat down, we saw him. He was one of the first people to sit down for this photo. He knew exactly where he wanted to go. He put his left foot down, then he put his right foot down, and he put both of his hands on his knees. Mm-hmm. This thing was an engineering feat to keep these legs locked into the dirt in which he was holding there. And then others sat down. Sean Payton sat to his left, Halfley to his right. We actually wondered how that was going to go. Sean Payton, Texas guy, football guy.
Yeah.
From what we've been told, a little bit of a hard ass as well.
Sure.
You sit down in an airplane and you're sitting in A or C, and B has done both arms with legs completely spread out. That's a decision that has to be made. Yep. As soon as you see, are we taking this? Halfley sat back in the seat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Said, that's my first year. I don't need to be doing this shit.
Yeah,
exactly. Crumble.
Sean Payton tried. They're definitely knee to knee there. I mean, they are knee to knee there. But Vrabel definitely knew what he was doing. And then New England Patriots tweet out today, big dog. So this is what's been going on. This is the attitude. This is the mindset.
I don't like that.
What do you mean you don't like that?
Shut up.
What do you mean you don't
Shut
like
up,
that?
Butch.
I love Vrabel. I love what Vrabel's
He's
doing. I
bullying
love
Joe
the performance
Brady,
he
too.
put on. He's a Patriot. I came into the league as a Patriot. But that's my head coach right there. That's Jeff Hafley right there. And
What are you talking about?
And I don't like how the Patriots, you see how they kind of crop Sean Payton halfway
well,
out?
he's still,
they made sure they
Sean
got
Payton's got an
Hafley's
alpha look too.
full
tried.
body in there like this. Yeah, this is I can't say exactly what I want to say, but it's a great performance by Mike Vrabel. Jeff, come on, Jeff.
Do you see Sean Payton took which is a good
yeah, he
OG
did it.
move?
Yeah.
He took a tip of his knee, something that he could feel, and dug that into his IT band so that he had to feel that a little bit. It's a little bit of jiu-jitsu style. Because in jiu-jitsu, they poke you here, and you're like, why are they poking me here? They can't do anything because that just moves you a little bit like that. And as soon as they get the you are dead because you opened your neck this side. So Sean Payton went in with the tip of his patella, the kneecap, to IT band, just to get a little bit of a reaction. And then once he moved a little bit, he had to stomp that in. And then he had to lock that in. Because Sean Payton said, oh, no.
Yeah.
That's not how this is going to go. And I think Sean Payton's probably doing it in his own way with that left leg on the other side as well. Vrabel wore these glowing white pants because he knew he was going to do this. He knew he got in there early. He had a mission. Left foot down, right foot down, hands down. White pants, they're glowing.
Surprised he didn't wear a kilt, so his dong was hanging out.
Yeah, see, that might be next year. We don't know what's going to happen. Then there was the AFC coaches meeting the morning after the whole big booze fest that happens. He went over and grabbed Joe Brady's name tag, crumbled it up, fucking threw it in his face, and walking out of there.
Nerd.
Vrabel's having quite a time out there at the league meetings, and from my understanding, boy, the Patriots fans love it. Con man is flying high. Every time he reads one of these new situations, he gets excited. He saw him the other night do a thing, and he was like, Patriots are going to win forever. That is genuinely how you feel whenever you see things like this. And what are your thoughts here on Joe Brady and Hafley, rookie head coaches in the division, kind of feeling the wrath of Mike Vrabel running rampant at the league meeting.
And that's kind of the best part, and that's kind of what I try to just pontificate and imagine is the conversations that Vrabel had, when he was sitting down, or once Hafley sat down next to him. Now, as far as Sean Payton digging his, knee into, Vrabel's own IT band, metal doesn't feel rubber, okay? Old man Payton ain't making a budge on Vrabel. And when it comes to Hafley, what they didn't show is probably, Vrabel standing up, giving him an elbow, maybe, hey, what time is it? Boom, one to the face. Hey, what time is it again? Boom.
Swirly?
How are your nuts doing?
You think he's doing what's on the shirt, even the trick with the upper thigh?
I could see one of those. Yeah, hey, do I have something on my knee? Boom. How's your dong? Got you.
I mean, that's
bitch.
two. Aaron Glenn's the only one that seemingly escaped the AFC kind of bullying that Vrabel had to do at the league meeting.
Word on the street is he was very tired. Had to take a couple naps.
Come on, Joe. That was very easy to fall asleep in there. We've been there.
Yeah, it was very easy to fall asleep in that Arizona sun, too. But, yeah, the Joe Brady thing is really what gets me because we get Brandon Beane on the program, and he's talking about winning Super Bowls. They're talking about all this fun stuff. I don't know how many times first-year head coaches have won Super Bowls. Oh, wait, I think I do. Never. So that's one of those things where the expectation gets set a little bit. But the Brady and Vrabel thing does seem to be more friendly than the Hafley thing. The Hafley thing was like, hey, sit next to me. I'll make you look like a little boy. Okay, it's going to be really fun for me because you're going to look like a child sitting
I would like to say, Big Dog certainly did his thing. Vrabes certainly had a league meeting. I think people would say Vrabes had a good league meeting. He had the orange juice moment. Yep. We seen him around. He's doing it. Vrabes won the league meetings. And I would assume that people would say without Vrabes in there, energy probably terrible at the league meetings. I assume he brings
He's
it.
an alpha.
If we were to get a full photo, though, Sean Payton played this game before,
yes,
too.
He did.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, both those seats were empty. We saw it as they were filing in. Did you see how the photo ended?
No.
Go ahead and zoom in. Can we zoom in down there or no? We can't zoom in? Can we zoom in on? Because if we zoom in on that, I think Sean Payton's right foot outside of his chair leg.
Oh.
I think Vrabes' potential shoe turn in a little bit.
They're like,
yeah.
No. You can see, Vrabel. What are you talking about? Now, both of them are outside the chair leg, but let's not act like Sean Payton isn't scared to even touch Vrabel's foot. If Sean Payton had real cojones, they would be, kind of outside foot to outside foot. Vrabel's foot is one in front. I mean, look how much bigger his
top
feet
of
are.
shin, outside knee certainly in there. And Sean Payton's heel is back there at the chair where Vrabes is a little bit out because we know Vrabes did have to get full extension out there. We will say Sean Payton put on a good performance for the situation in which he was placed.
Yeah.
We think.
Oh, yeah, for for sure.
And he notices that too.
He held his ground.
Sean Payton knows that as well.
Savvy vet.
Because whenever he walked over and he saw what Vrabes was doing, there was an immediate, come on, Vrabes. We got to do this.
Yeah.
A little bit of a kick over there. Open that thing up. I love it. It does feel, though, like this generation of coaches are all kind of...
A lot of blue.
A lot of bros, too. Like there's a lot of... Feels like this is a good group for the NFL. It feels like this is good for the league. I'm not saying everybody's going to be good. There's going to be ass coaches all over this place. How's Minter going to do in Baltimore? We shall see. He's very happy he didn't sit where Hafley sat.
Yeah, big time.
Minter is pumped that he did not have to deal with
Taking
that.
up half the chair.
Hafley not thrilled that this is what how this went at all.
You can't even see his left shoe.
His left shoe is in Vrabes' shadow. This is how Hafley has to start this whole thing? Yeah, right. We would like to let Hafley know, and the people that are watching that are Hafley supporters, he really had no. I mean, this was checkmate by
First
Vrabes.
time.
Vrabes sat down early.
Well, and that was probably a rib from all the other coaches. They just scrambled and be like, no. Hafley can sit next to Vrabel. Like, we know what's happening here. Let's let the first-year guy kind of, have his shoes be in the shade the whole time.
Do you think when the people saw Vrabes in his white pants, they thought to themselves, oh, Vrabes is up to something?
He's playing his something.
He knows.
Yeah, he is. He's up to something.
Joe Brady, actually, great performance in the coach's photo as well. just to give a little bit of light to him. He looks massive. I don't know if he's sitting next to somebody.
He's a lot bigger than.
Oh, is that LaFleur?
He looks big.
Yeah, LaFleur kind of did get a little sunned a little bit. Kevin O'Connell, once again, giant. He is a creature in the middle there. You were to zoom out a little bit back to the left. That is where Kevin O'Connell, giant.
Huge.
Shane Steichen, tall.
Yeah.
Shane Steichen should not have chosen to stand next to Kevin O'Connell.
Is that who that is?
We're not doing this again.
Old man Steichen?
We're not doing this again. Todd Bowles doing his thing next to MCDC back there. Shoddy, good spot for Shoddy to be right there. That's good selection. Now, next to MCDC, a little bit aggressive, but he gave himself some space. See, he kind of spaced himself away from there. Nobody really turning, leaning sideways, getting the full bodybuilder physique build. And Sirianni said, you know what, just straight on. Maybe a wind gust on my polo too going at me. That would be the best it could possibly be. Shout out to the boys. Way to go. Congrats, head coach. Salah had the good.
Yeah, he looked good.
I didn't see a coach.
Salah was square.
Well, I was going to say, Munkin had a plan, but he was sucking out a lollipop at the barbershop still after his fresh fade.
We do not know if a lollipop was given or a sucker was given after the haircut, but Todd Munkin would have had best haircut in that photo. Certainly the freshest. He was allegedly getting his haircut at the time of the photo for the photo.
Yep. Sure.
So just classic misread. Pacific time, mountain time. You never really know with Arizona. And then us on East Coast time. It's a different world over there, man.
It is.
It's a different time. Like, obviously, we enjoy it. But, 5 a.m. on the alarm is 4 a.m. on the alarm for like a 6:30 thing is vastly different because that 6:30 thing is actually a 9:30 thing.
Yeah.
So it's like you just have a different day over there. You know what I mean?
But when 12 o'clock hits,
we had time.
Yeah, different ballgame.
A lot of time wasn't good for a lot of livers, I think.
Yeah, true.
We certainly had to tie 1 or 4 on a couple different days for the good of the league.
Yeah.
For the good of ball
celebration.
And Fowler was walking around saying, "What do you guys got? What do you guys think about Jalen Hurts?" Jason Kelsey will be doing coverage for ESPN for Wednesday's Par 3 contest. We'd like to say congrats, Jason.
Yeah.
Congrats, Jason.
Jason did some TGL coverage. Obviously had the Hawaiian shirt on, cut off the sleeves. Him and his brother were down there bombing it around during the TGL playoffs. Eli Payton, I think, also down there that particular evening as TGL was celebrating, playoff golf in a big way. TGL appearance allegedly, potentially leads to also Masters experience. Jason Kelsey likes golf. He knows golf. He's obviously a GOAT at his position, Super Bowl champion. Has the biggest sports podcast on earth right now, I do believe, right? His New Heights, did they win the biggest?
I don't know.
Them or pardon my take, whatever the case is. We apologize for the current rankings, whatever it is. 1 or 2, gigantic. And we think he'd be good to maybe freshen up the coverage of the Masters. Okay, that's potentially the thought as it happens. I like it. The internet was rude.
Yeah.
The internet was rude about this. Obviously, the internet goes on to say, we don't need Jason Kelsey at the Masters. And that's probably a valid point. if I had to guess. And I'm only saying that strictly because we have attempted to be a part of the Wednesday coverage of the Masters at the par 3 thing for 3 consecutive years now. And for the people that are mad about Jason Kelce being a part of the Masters, I got a good piece of news for you. They've told us to go to hell. So I think you should be happy about that they do try to preserve it as a whole. They have a certain thing that they are looking for. So I think Jason Kelce, who's a dog, who's funny, who's relatable, and is a very good athlete, and is probably friends with a lot of these guys that are going to be golfing in there, I think he will provide a bonus for that par 3 coverage. But to the people that were upset saying that the Masters are the only thing you got left, know that they've turned us down very loudly numerous times, which I think should be good news for the state of their golf and the way they view it all.
Oh, and the people who are upset too, it's like, hey, this isn't Thursday. This isn't the opening round and Kelsey's going to be walking around. Like, this is Wednesday when it is fun. When, like, the families are out there and the kids are taking putts. It's like Jason Kelce should be there because it also gives other fans, kind of like myself, who haven't been massive golf guys or kind of been around the golf culture, to kind of bridge that gap. So for them to be mad about a Wednesday of Masters is just absurd.
There will still be a standard.
Yes.
Like that's what I think people there will still be like a Masters standard. And that's why the only reason why I'm saying they've told us, yeah, right, a couple times, because they're like still very much the people that are making those decisions are very like, we're not doing that, which we understand and respect. It's the Masters. For God's sake, it's down there in Augusta. We understand that as a whole. But I think he'll be a benefit. And I think golf growing, like I know TGL was a little bit of a whiff, I think is what people call it. It drew some attention. I don't know if it was as big as they thought it was going to be, but I like that they were trying it. Like, I appreciate that golf is going to continue to try to grow and try to evolve, because we all love golf. I think everybody loves golf that has ever played golf. More people golfing, the better, especially for if there's teenagers or younger people that Jason Kelce might attract into golf. It's like learning the skill of golf. My daughter's going to learn it. Later in life, a lot of things happen with people that make a lot of decisions on a golf course. And if you are ass at golf, it's not good for anything. If you are okay at golf, good. If you are great, much better for all parties. A lot of big business done for the people that are really good at golf. But if you're ass, it's bad news. So, like, I think golf being introduced to people, however it gets introduced to people, is good, which is why I like TGL, them taking a swing on that. I appreciate them trying to evolve this Masters coverage, even though there will be a standard, because I think golf is good for society.
Golf is always, at least like growing up, it kind of felt like, this is kind of for us, keep everybody else out. So this is another step in, like, kind of bridging that gap. And post-COVID, you just mentioned it, like the golf has boomed for younger people, for women, for all these different types of audiences. So I think this is a great move. I think this would be fun. I've never tuned into the Wednesday par 3 thing, but because Kelsey, as a football guy, because Kelsey's on there, I've seen clips. I've seen like Fleetwood kid, hit over the par 3.
Skipping.
I've seen these different videos on the internet, but even like YouTube golf, like there's so many different avenues of golf that the fan can kind of, because sitting there watching, and the coverage of golf, I think, is great because it's always action. It's always a shot. It's always a storyline. And then Sunday, Saturday, the movement, all the different parts of it. But I think this would be cool for the average golf fan, the people who are the avid, Masters, I wanted this, I wanted that way. They may not like it, but the day one or early golf fans, I think this would be great.
There's just so much other stuff you could be upset about. That they should just not crack the list. Like you guys mentioned it. I mean, I will check in on the par 3. You see, there will be like a hole-in-one from, every now and then, or like a great shot, or someone skipping one over the water and maybe making it. But you're not locked into this like you are Thursday at the Masters. So, exactly, why not, And the stuff with Jason Kelce, like that's just not going to go away. Anytime he does something now going forward, that's always going to be the response is they're shoving this guy down our throat. Nobody wants him on this or that or whatever the case may be. But, why not? If you're given the opportunity to go out there and do this at Augusta, you don't think he's probably not like, you know what? That sounds like awesome. That sounds awesome. I'd like to go do that.
I love that Jason Kelce's getting an opportunity to do all this shit. He's been doing a lot of shit.
Yeah.
They've had him do it. Remember they were dropping Marshawn in situations?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We should still do that, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of disappeared because he's doing actual movies.
Yeah. Right.
I think he's getting paid real money to be in real movies. I think what we're going to see Marshawn in over the next couple, because movies take a long time. Act and then edit and it happens later. I think Marshawn's about to become a real actor. But if we can continue to drop him into stuff, let's do that. Jason Kelce, they're doing the same here. I'm excited to see what his Masters coverage is. Yeah. I am excited to see what he thinks of Augusta, the whole thing. He'll be on a microphone live in real time. I don't hate it, but boy, people get loud. And could you imagine if they would have said yes to us? How loud it would have got.
Same reaction,
Yeah.
Probably much louder. Jason Kelsey, much more affable with a certain group of people than us. There would have been a group of people with us.
I don't know.
Oh, you think there's different groups?
I'm just saying
he gets a lot of heat.
Babyface. He was, and then so when that turn happens, it's usually big and it's usually loud.
Yeah, but what if he hits a hole in one on Wednesday? Everybody's gonna have to eat shit.
Oh, he's golfing.
True.
I assume he's
don't
gonna
know.
swing.
He's going to take a
club.
couple.
He's gonna swing the club.
Then I'll have a problem.
Okay.
What if he buries
what are we
one?
talking
Come
about?
on.
He can go.
He
This
can call
is
it.
jealousy.
He can announce it. He doesn't need to be swinging a golf club on Augusta. Okay,
Well, it's a par 3 course. It's not.
it's still Augusta.
Tony, come
What
on.
if a player asks him to take a
Then
shot,
that's
which
fine.
will happen?
That's fine. Yeah.
What if a player asks him to take a shot and the shot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that won't happen at Augusta. Sorry, it's the Masters. It's Augusta. That won't happen. We're talking boozing and shooting. You know.
It might.
I mean, maybe he does. Maybe he has a good time. I think it'll be good. But boy, that got loud quick on the internet. That got loud really quick on the internet. Hopefully it goes fantastic so everybody has to eat shit. But then there's a chance also it goes horrendously. I don't know how that would happen. And they try something new maybe next year. You know, there's all these types of ideas and setups. Tiger Woods has released a statement since the accident that we saw him upside down in Range Rover allegedly climb out of the opposite window for another time. And we're about done with seeing it. I think that was our entire take is like, hey, I don't like knowing that you're potentially going to be dead. Anytime you get into a car, you need to stop doing it. It's what our take was. This needs to stop. Obviously, how dangerous it is. We all have friends who have passed away from DUIs or from driving or getting hit in the entirety. With the access that he has to things, it's like it's seemingly... It is inexcusable at this stage. It was our take on it as a whole. Tiger, get a driver. Waymo pulled up right behind us.
Yes, it did.
A robotic car pulled up behind us. Tiger Woods understands, it seems like. I know and understand the seriousness of the situation I find myself in today. I am stepping away for a period of time to seek treatment and focus on my health. This is necessary in order for me to prioritize my well-being and work toward lasting recovery. I'm committed to taking the time needed to return a healthier, stronger, and more focused place, both personally and professionally. I appreciate your understanding and support and ask for privacy for my family, loved ones, and myself at this time, Tiger. All right, Tiger, good luck out there, dude.
Go get him, Tiger.
That's a big decision, dude. Big decision. Hopefully, you go ahead and go on with that because none of us like hearing anything about any of that. College hoops this weekend, Final Four. We got the right ones, Connor, don't we? I saw a graphic now with where the starting fives were from. UConn, 5 American flags. One of them being right here in Indiana, Splash City. How you doing? Everybody else had a European infiltration of some sort for at least 2 of their starters. We all have been saying that it's good for the quality of basketball. Are we expecting a phenomenal Final Four? That's seemingly all conversation is like, hey, this is about to be maybe greatest Final Four that we have ever seen, Conman.
Yeah, we saw the numbers on the March Madness tournament. Those are only going to go up. Like the 2 games feels as though they are the best possible matchups. Like UConn versus Illinois, you mentioned it. We've talked about it. The big itches from Illinois. That feels as though kind of like a new style, kind of sweet team. And then UConn, older school, Hurley, Caravan, guys we've seen before. There's the kind of lineup there. And then Michigan, Arizona. That feels like kind of the 1 seed versus 1 seed matchup we've been wanting to see since the beginning. Arizona has been dominating teams, and then Michigan just beat Tennessee by like 30 points in the Elite Eight. It wasn't close for 1 minute. Lendenborg, I believe he's a graduate, and then Arizona has all these freshmen. Koa Pete, of course, our guy, Braden Burries. Tommy Lloyd is kind of hitting the news, you could say, with the whole UNC thing. A lot of guys are saying, hey, Tommy Lloyd, Arizona, he's going to leave immediately after this season, but he's also come out and said, like, hey, I'm only focused on this team, so that'll be something interesting to watch. Yeah, exactly.
Has to say that.
But this game in particular, it makes sense why this is kind of the later billing game of the night.
UNC is thinking about getting West Virginia's coach too, right?
Russ Hodge?
Yeah.
If he can bring home the crown, I think that is kind of a little thing.
If he was dying to get there in a Tar Heel blue, good things could happen. You know what I mean?
I actually don't think he would delay his interview or any of the process for the fucking crown.
What you're talking about right now?
Yeah, he would go. Yeah.
Well, we got a big time game tomorrow. Remember, the Super Duper Crown does begin tonight as Baylor and Minnesota will do battle, as will Oklahoma and Colorado. Tomorrow night, West Virginia and Stanford obviously find out who's going to do battle against Rutgers and the Blue Jays.
I heard the president can't address the country anymore tonight because this is going on, so they couldn't take it off of TV. Is that true?
I think There's a presidential address set for this evening, is what I just learned.
I thought I saw that.
I saw it as well.
yes,
Not
there
sure
is.
if it's real. Is that real?
That is real. I believe they're supposed to be launching to the moon around like 6:50, and then I'm dead serious.
We are actually first time in 50 years. I've seen some photos. We're heading up there. Is that what's happening? We're doing a president. I just learned of that right now. And once again, I know that's not good, but I just want to let you know that's the type of human you're talking about here with me. I did not know. That's whenever you attack me for whatever you attack me, just know I didn't know we had a full presidential address tonight.
April Fool's, so it's not one of those
Exactly.
things where you just don't know. You just don't know.
But I'm going to be pissed, okay? If I can't watch Baylor, Minnesota first round, super duper crying because I'm learning about going to the moon.
Couldn't agree more.
Because I'm learning about going to the moon again.
Some people got to scout these games.
Again?
50 years, dude.
Yeah, what do you mean?
I'm glad that's.
What do you mean? Let's talk about it.
I think we know.
What's he saying, Ty?
I don't think we do. You know what? This guy's uninformed. He's a moron. I don't know if this is some sort
Me
of...
or Toad? Me? You talking about me?
Okay.
Uninformed.
Okay.
Check the tape, brother.
Yeah, maybe the most informed. But what is that? Who knows? April Fool's.
Exactly.
April Fool's.
Could be any day now with the way AI is. We really do have to stay on top of things.
Mm-hmm.
And what we should be doing more of is going directly to the sources of things.
Mm-hmm.
Now, these sources of things certainly get upset whenever we don't do that, but we assume that we can't get to source of things to correct these things. Whenever we have an opportunity to get to source of things, though, we got to make the most of it.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea how this happened, but we were pumped about it.
Yes.
Tighten up. Tighten up.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody lock in. You two need to stop with what you guys had going on.
No, we're done. We're done.
I mean, I don't know about that. We'll click pause.
Circle back.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you got to do when you come out home from the moon. You got to go around the back.
Yeah, slingshot technique.
You got to slingshot around.
Yeah,
You got to
that's right.
circle back. That's what they said. To the dark side of the moon. You got to go around there. Use that centrifugal force to kind of, and the gravity lack of,
Well
kind of slingshot your ass back to Earth, right? And do we still have to do that now? 50 years later, are we still slingshotting around the dark side? Do we know?
It depends Well, it depends what kind of...
What?
This guy.
We're not doing it.
It depends.
I thought we put a pause on this.
We did.
thought we
We
did
kept
too.
talking about
I
that
thought we put a
BS
pause on it.
slingshot thing.
I might ask our guest.
Oh. Now, on that note,
Got bigger fish to fry.
if you remember the mathematics side of the entirety of it all and the numbers and accounting that took place for all of that historic moment for the United States of America, she potentially is one of the ones that would be representing. Former head of Deloitte, and if you know what that is, that means you understand how impressive that is. If you don't know what that is, it's unbelievably impressive. It is an absurd thing that is happening in the money world and accounting world. She is that. She's also the commissioner of the WNBA and just got done negotiating one of the fastest CBA things we've seen in some time, especially with how seemingly far apart all conversation was. The commish of the WNBA, Kathy Engelberg.
Yeah, commish!
How you doing, commish?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great now, Pat.
Hey, we are so thankful that you are joining us. We did not expect this opportunity, but we are thankful for it. And you say you feel good now. Let's talk about the negotiations. Congratulations on the new 7-year CBA getting done. We know that is very difficult. There were certainly work stoppage conversations, and it felt like there was a lot of posturing happening on both sides, both through the league and the players. And then we saw photos of you all working together and getting this deal done, which is going to see an increase in pay and seemingly very happy operation right now. How did we get to this point, and was there ever any sketchy moments where you thought maybe there would be a work stoppage for the WNBA?
Well, it's interesting, Pat, CBAs tend to get done at the 11th hour. And I mean, I think this one was a function of how important and meaningful it was, not just for the WNBA and women's basketball, but maybe all women's sports. So there was so much passion, and the players were amazing through it. And it was just a testament on how invested everyone is. We needed to get it right. I mean, when you're looking at this long-term labor piece, 7 years, the process wasn't definitely not linear. And, you have to do a lot of listening, reacting, responding. And in some cases, you're totally pivoting from what you thought when you went into a bargaining session. But you're just trying to get it right for players, team owners, fans, the business. We want to set that all up for success. And that's why I think everybody thought this was so unusual. I think, again, because the WNBA has grown so much, I think we're arrived as a major sports property, and it was probably a little more usual, but obviously everybody likes to get things done sooner rather than later in this environment. But, we had to get it right, number one.
A lot of heat coming in, and anytime you're a league that's been around for 30 years and are projecting into the future, it can be hard to come to an agreement, especially with the players and how everything has kind of gone. We did some research. D-Butt was looking into it. We tried our best to learn as much as the situation that you were in as soon as we found out that you were going to join our show. So we've been looking into it. So some of these numbers might not be 100% accurate, but we learned that the NBA took a long time before it became a profitable business.
Yeah.
The NFL, like 50 years almost before it became like a super duper profitable business. You guys are going to be celebrating 30 years right now. Feels like we're close to making, how do you kind of project what the future looks like, how much money you can make? Because there was numbers coming out, and we don't know what side the numbers were coming out from, where if you gave up 20% or 30% in a $10 million salary cap, the projections would be you'd lose $200 million or something like that. I forget all the, but the projections were all negative that were coming out about your guys' deal or potential deal. How did you end up falling on the $7.5 million salary cap for 7 years and a percentage split that it ended up with the players? And how are you projecting this kind of to go over the next 7 years of the WNBA's existence?
Yeah, it's a great question. And obviously we grounded everything, both sides, in principles that we needed significant increase in player salaries and benefits, but also balancing that with the ability to continue to incentivize investment in our league. We've had incredible investment in the league in practice facilities and player experience, et cetera. We've had incredible investment by our broadcast partners, including ESPN, Disney, and we're bringing on NBC this year and Amazon, and we have Scripps, Ion, and CBS, and Versant now as the spinco out of NBC. So incredible investment into the game, into the WNBA, our corporate partners as well. So it was making sure we could balance all of that. That's the hard part, right? Because we're in our 30th year. By the way, the longest tenured women's professional sports league in the United States by double any other. So we took it with great responsibility that we're just not going to do this without a financial model that was sustainable for our owners, our board of governors, our team owners. So that was really important, and we were able to strike that balance, I think. I mean, not everyone gets everything they want. There's a lot of uncomfortable moments when you're negotiating around these things, especially because you're looking for that long-term agreement. And you want to make sure that, though, the players are this is the first time the players are going to benefit every time we increase our revenue. They have a full revenue share on full league and team revenue, and that's a huge win-win for both them and the owner and the team owners.
Congrats on all of it, and being the longest tenured professional women's league by double or triple, we're appreciative. We have a lot of baby girls in this Thunderdome, and my daughter has been to 3 soccer practices now. First one, just cried and watched the entire time. Second time, we kind of got involved. Third time, we had much better attitude, but there was numerous times where didn't want to use her feet, just picked that thing up and actually dunked it into the net. So let's continue that, okay, for the good of my... And I think that's why I had so much interest in the business side of it and the sustainability of the league. I think we looked it up. We don't know what's 100% accurate, obviously, on the internet. It is April Fool's, so, there's a lot of that. But I think it's 42% WNBA, 42% NBA, and then there's, 16% of other investors in the entirety of the WNBA. I think my natural thought was that the NBA was kind of owning this. How do you get everybody on board for this deal? How much is the NBA involved whenever there's negotiations and conversations happening? I know there's a lot of carryover for NBA and WNBA owners, like here in Indiana, I think in Phoenix. I think Mark Davis is an owner out there in Las Vegas. They're in the middle of a dynasty run. But how much are you and the NBA kind of doing all this together, and how much expectation is on the NBA to continue to help WNBA grow?
Yeah, absolutely. The NBA and Adam have been so supportive. There's a reason why when I came in that we were the longest tenured league, and it's because, we're tipping off our 30th season. The NBA has been a great partner. Cycles happen in the economy. And so, when I came in, everything needed to be transformed, from the player experience to stakeholder success to our fan experience. So, one of the other things, when I came in, one of the things was like less than 1% of all corporate partnership dollars were going to women's sports, and less than 5% of all media coverage at the time was in sports was women's sports. So those percentages have gone up. Thankfully, we've helped grow those percentage. And, when you look at how many hundreds of basis points you would have to grow those to even get to 10%, 15%, given that there's billions and hundreds of billions of dollars going into sports. So the NBA has been a huge partner of ours, hugely helpful. And as have all of our stakeholders, I'll call them more broadly, and that includes, again, these media companies, these corporate partners, because without them, companies like Ally and Deloitte and AT&T and Google and CarMax and Nike, they have stepped up in a big way, and that enabled us, quite frankly, to build a sustainable revenue model to pay the players what we're now paying them. Everyone's like, why can't you pay the players more? Well, you need a revenue model to actually fund the payment of these type of salaries, and we finally have it, and we wanted to be able to sustain it. So yeah, the NBA, great partner, and I think everybody's rowing in the same direction now.
Hey, feels like you're an absolute dog, Kathy. Because you hear the same thing we hear when they're like, pay the players, pay the players. This happened, and I don't want to compare the WNBA, it's been around for 30 years, to the USXFL. Okay, I don't want to do that.
Sure.
I don't want to do that. But we got information from the USXFL. They were like, hey, Dwayne Johnson, friend of our show, lost $45 million last year on USXFL. Then their quarterbacks were like, we're holding out. We want more money. It's like, that doesn't make that, like, it's hard to really. I feel like when the WNBA, it's always talked about, it's like lose money, lose money, lose money. Then we heard there was going to be a work stoppage, and I think everybody like wanted to pile on. But I love the fact that you took the mindset of like, okay, let's make this a business. Let's do what we have to do. And for those companies to jump in for the good of your league and for the future, and obviously broadcast partners, I mean, that's any of our businesses having partners that support it. Good for you, Kathy. Hey, good for you and the entire WNBA team for making that happen, because it's good for our society whenever that's taking place.
Exactly. And I love you guys are girl dads, and you see the benefit. And I think what happened is we had this investment from the NBA before we became as popular as we are today. And those other investors who came in, which, by the way, half of them were NBA or WNBA owners already. So everybody doubled down on their investment, because when I came in, the owners at the time were like, we're going to go big or go home. That literally is what my first meeting with some of the owners were. We're going to go big or go home. And you know what? We hit the pandemic right after. And that was like existential for us, because if we were to be out of the sports landscape for 20 months, which is what it would have been had we not had that 2020 season. So we cobbled together the bubble in Bradenton, Florida at IMG Academy and held a successful season. And that put us off to the races. So you kind of look back at all these turning points in kind of the trajectory of the league, at least since I've been here. And, you look back and say, thank God we had the resistance and the persistence and the resilience to like keep going, because we could have hung it up there and I probably wouldn't be sitting here today as the commissioner. We could have hung up this CBA when it became contentious, but we said this is the right thing to do for the WNBA, for these players long term and for the owners long term. So again, it's all a balance.
Yeah, it certainly is a balance, but I think the product on the floor also has to keep up with the business. Oh, yeah. We've seen businesses where the business is good, but the product is kind of trash. Feels like you have stars. Obviously, Las Vegas Aces in the middle of maybe the best dynastic run in the history of professional women's sports as a whole, winning 3 out of the last 4. Asia, absolutely absurd. I think more people learned about her as that rookie class from a couple years back. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, who took over March Madness with LSU in Iowa, come into the league. Now, on that note, any business runs off of its stars and how their stars perform. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, Commish. So obviously everyone's excited that this is done, but it kind of feels like now is where like the real work starts. How confident are you that the league can create new stars? Because I'm an Iowa alum. I watched all of Caitlin Clark's games, while she was in school there. And then you're just naturally kind of curious when she gets to the fever. And you guys definitely did catch, lightning in a bottle with her. And obviously it wasn't just her, but the WNBA was, kind of appointment television for a while there. So how confident is the league that you guys will be able to continue to kind of get these not only college players that are coming up, but current players in the league and establishing them as like household stars?
Yeah, and you bring up the point that I always say, like, you need household names, you need games of consequence, and that's usually, because our season's shorter, now we'll be able to play up to 52 games over the life of this agreement. When I came in, I think we were playing 32, so you need that, and you need those stars, and Caitlin, without question, has been a huge part of the growth of our league, and she's not only an incredible player but a great ambassador for the game. You've seen her she's done some work with the NBA on NBC this year, and couldn't be prouder how she's handling the moment for her, because a lot of pressure on her, but as you said, there's a lot more stars. I mean, this year our draft is actually like 12 days away, and we have AZ Fudd from UConn.
Oh, yeah.
We have Olivia Miles from TCU, Flagg from LSU, Lauren Betts from UCLA, who's in the Final Four. We actually have 2 players from outside the U.S., and so we're becoming a more global player population as well, just like the NBA has done over the years, and we're catching up. I think when I came in the league, we were 8% players born outside the United States, and last year we were 23% or something like that. So we're growing our global game too. So and we need to invest there as well. But it's going to be a great draft. I think there's going to be a lot. You think next year you have Hannah Hidalgo, you have Juju, depending on, she's redshirted this year, obviously, because of the injury, Juju Watkins, and you have so many other great players, Kiki Rice at UCLA, that are going to be coming in. And I think, I don't get to see a lot of the U18, but I'm told, Kathy, wait till you see these U18 players, these under 18 players. They're going to be the next Caitlins, the next Jujus, the next Aaliyah Bostons and Asia Wilson. So I'm excited. I think our broadcast partners saw the future even before, as we were negotiating, even before Caitlin was in the league. They saw the future of all this great talent coming in. Again, not just from college, but also internationally.
Yeah, they also saw that you're bringing massive partnerships with you, too. I mean, that's awesome. That's an incredible weapon to have. You know that, as we have our show licensed, so we much smaller situation than what you have as an entire league. But in negotiations, having businesses that'll be like, yeah, if he goes, we'll go.
Mm-hmm.
That is a huge ordeal. So the fact that you're able to gather that, they get a lot more confidence in what the future looks like whenever you're able to supply that type of shit. Kathy, you're a beast. You're an absolute beast, Kathy. That is for real. One of the moves was the roster size. I think that became a big conversation. Who wanted this, league or players? Because now there's 12 players with 2 practice squad players that are allowed to play on the team. Is this more players on the roster than it used to be? And who really presented this one as something that seemingly needed to be a necessity? You or the players?
Yeah, I think this was a collaborative effort. We knew players with a 12 person roster. We knew that, we didn't need to stand up an entire kind of G League equivalent, but could we bring development, we're calling them development players, in, so that there'll be 2 development players per team. That's 30 additional opportunities for players. We also went from 144 players, and now with expansion, we'll be up to 216 by the end of the decade, and we'll be 180 this year, 180 players plus the 30 development players. So we'll be over 200 that we're taking care of, giving opportunity and developing. So that was definitely a collaborative effort between the Players Association and the league and the teams to bring on these 2 development players. It's a huge investment, don't get me wrong, but it's also a huge opportunity as well for more players to make this league. Because in the past, like a 2nd and 3rd round pick in our league generally wouldn't make a roster. I think there's a lot more opportunity with both expansion and these development players to develop the next generation of talent.
More roster spots, higher salaries, more teams. Feels like everything's up and to the right, Kathy. Just need to see the hooping. The hooping just needs to maintain. Now, who's doing the hooping? D-Butt has a question for you.
Yeah, back to the talent in the draft. And I'm a UConn grad, so I've been following the ladies' game for a long, long time. Has there been any conversation about changing the draft rules for the WNBA? I think you have to be 22 years old. You have to be a college grad for international. You have to be 20 years old, I believe. And a lot of times, our stars, Caitlin being one of them, obviously all these girls that go to UConn, they're stars in college for 4 years before they can go to the WNBA. Any talks of changing those rules going forward?
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of debate over that. I think we were all comfortable with where we were in the prior CBA with the 22 that you mentioned. You have to be 22 by the end of the calendar year in which you get drafted, which makes them mostly college graduates, or a college graduate if you're younger and go earlier, I guess. Obviously, internationally, as you mentioned, it's 20. So we're consistently studying whether, which option is better. Should it be younger? I think in general, both the Players Association and us thought we have struck the right balance on that. And it gives opportunity for players who maybe are either starting later or a little older or do a redshirt year to come in, after their junior year, but mostly, after you graduate. Again, it's provided an enormous amount of talent. And I think one of the things that's also, these players are building their brands while they're in college. So the one and done is not going to work for us because they won't have built their brand by the time they come to the W. And so I think it's important that they have that opportunity to build their brand, get their NIL money also, because the women basketball players, the stars, have been really kind of at the top of the list from that perspective. And then they come in with big brands like Caitlin did, like Angel did, like Aaliyah Boston has built now that she's come in post her playing career at South Carolina as well. So, and again, the list goes on around that and the endorsement opportunities they have once they come in the W with just not just a domestic national brand, but now we're going to be in Canada this year with the Toronto Tempo. We're going to be in Portland with the Portland Fire, and then like kind of globally be able to build their global brands coming out of the university. So I think it's an advantage to have that 4-year career. But again, we're constantly studying it.
Yeah, with social media too, the evolving building of brand will continue. And obviously colleges have helped, certainly have helped. Since the history of time in all sports, colleges have provided a nice feeder system into professional sports. We've seen it in yours. Excited to watch that. Flo J, is she going to play good in WNBA? I'm a huge fan of hers. Is her
Huge fan of hers as well. Followed her since she was a freshman. I mean, huge success at LSU.
Bars. Very confident.
And just personality. And I can't wait to see her at the draft. And one of my favorite parts of the year is coming up, which is I get to call each of these potential draftees into the league and invite them to New York City to the Shed on April 13th. And some of them have never been to New York City, and and they're so excited, and they say things like, "Thank you for making my dreams come true." And it's like truly the most inspiring part of the commissioner job for me is seeing that next generation of talent come in and how excited they are. And Flage is definitely one of those talents.
I love that. Can't wait to see how it all goes with her. She's a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
She is an absolute weapon. Anytime there's been a microphone around her, she's hit a home run. I think that's great for the league. You mentioned Toronto and Portland. I think we're at 15 teams now. Going to get to 18 by 2030. Go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, Commissioner, Pat's point there, Portland and Toronto being the two teams this year. How do you pick as far as cities to expand to? I think Philly is also on the docket and 2 others coming up here. But what is kind of the process in picking, like, okay, that city would be great for the W, we'll head there next?
It's a great question, because when I first came in and we were only in 12 cities and not having scale, I was like, boy, and we didn't have one in the Bay Area. And the Bay Area, given the media market and the progressiveness and where the W stood kind of societally, I'm like, we need a team in the Bay Area. And then the Golden State Valkyries came in and killed it this year with Portland and Toronto. It's not easy to pick. Like we probably ran 25 different, I'm a bit of a data geek from my prior life. We ran probably 25 different metrics through 100 cities, both in the US and Canada, and kind of like looked at which ones we thought would have the right demographics, psychographics, the right, how many, like, do they have the right facilities? Because what a free agency now is so important, and we want these owners to be highly successful. So they've got to be able to bring in free agents. Do they have the right arena? Do they have the right practice facilities? Fandom. Are they already fans of the NCAA? Are they already fans of the W? We had a lot of data around that. So we put all of that together, and we came up with a process that in the last process, we probably started with 25 or so cities that were bidding. It came down to about 13 cities. And that's when we originally only intended to run the process for 1, but we had 13 really viable bids. And we came up with Cleveland in 28, Detroit in 29, and Philly in 30. And so bringing in those 2-3 great cities, great basketball cities. I happen to be from Philadelphia, so no bias there, of course.
Yeah, a little heavy pen on that stuff. Yeah, we understand. $250 million per franchise there. Hey, keep going, Kathy. We appreciate the hell out of you. Obviously, our daughters hope to all get a chance to play in the league that you are currently guiding. And congrats on a massive deal getting done for the future. And we hope, no injuries the entire year to anyone.
That's right.
None.
So do we. So hopefully our trainers and our physical therapists are all working on our players here in the off season, and we'll tip off May 8th is big tip off date.
April 13th, we got a draft. May 8th, we got a start of a season. The Fever are going to topple the Aces, even though it seems impossible. Yeah. We appreciate the hell out of you, Commissioner. Ladies and gentlemen, WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelberg.
Yay,
Thank you, Kathy. Have a good one. She's impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Killer, you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hey, we're wondering if you wanted to do a deal with the WNBA. I don't know if we can really relate. Deloitte, Nike, Baba.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all here. We would love to do. She forced that deal.
Oh, yeah.
That's incredible. That's what a commissioner's supposed to do. We're back tomorrow. Be a friend, tell a friend, something nice about change your life. Goodbye. Yeah, she was
like, I got here. There's no scale.
We got no business, really. So how are we planning on making money around here? What are we doing? Tickets, nachos, beers. Yeah. Okay, anything else? I'm sure there is stuff. All right. I just came from Deloitte. I'm sure there's some sort of, call it Nike. Hey, don't you? Thank you. How about this? Out. Don't you? Yeah, we can bundle. We'll get you. Yep, don't you? Hey, with our players, yeah. She built a business, it sounds like.
Yeah, and it's so much shit that goes into it, obviously.
Oh, so much negotiation.
You were talking about the leagues earlier. NBA founded 1946, didn't really become really profitable to like the Magic Bird, the 80s, and they went on. We saw the documentary with Jerry Buss and how he was, going through a lot of shit to keep the Lakers afloat of all franchises.
Yeah, like Stern, too, to your point. Like that era of David Stern, he's considered one of the greatest commissioners because of that.
And the NFL.
NFL, 1920. They didn't get profitable till after the merger. 1970, we saw the letter from Lamar Hunt, was it, in the Hall of Fame. And they didn't get profitable until 1970s is when they kind of became the cash printing machine that they are. So it takes a while, and obviously we're in a different landscape. And then it's women's sport, too, so it's obviously very different. MLB probably had the fastest because they kind of had a monopoly on it, and it was just a different time. When was it? 18? Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it was 1890 something.
Like also all local media deals.
Exactly.
It took them like 20, 30 years to become really dominant in that space. So it takes a while. There's a lot of different moving parts, but it feels like they got the right people in there.
Yeah, Kathy seems like an absolute beast. Like actually. And you look through her resume, and it's like, this was fucking killer.
Yeah.
This is. Oh, we didn't ask the McDonald's question for Debo.
Son of a gun. Is it? What was the question? Is it safe to eat McDonald's for 6 straight days? Because he was
at 1 a.m. every
lunch,
night.
dinner, and super dinner, as he likes to call it,
Super
early
dinner.
morning.
Fall asleep dinner.
Second dinner.
Fries on chest dinner.
Getting more fat dinner.
The glass.
Well, that technically doubles as a midnight snack, too, because he falls asleep, then wakes up and eats all the fries that are all over him.
Early breakfast.
Yeah.
It's good for his skin.
Yeah.
Cold pizza. Yeah, right. Have you ever tried hairy cold fries in the morning?
Yeah.
D-bone special.
Gut McDouble.
His lady, the gut McDouble.
Keep it warm.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Indiana University Hoosier football team, the reigning national champions, who have the Heisman winner as their quarterback, has their pro day happening today. We have eyes on Fernando Mendoza. Boots on the ground, Anthony Calhoun of Wish TV here in Indianapolis has sent me 14 text messages since he's got down there. He said Fernando looks bigger.
Looks huge.
Looks like he's put some muscle on. This guy's ready to go. He will be throwing with the boys. He said he wanted to. Obviously, one last sesh with Omar Cooper Jr., who could potentially be first rounder amongst other guys that will be out there. So eyes will be on the number 1 overall pick, Fernando, today. We'll take a break. On the other side, he might be working out. And we got some other sports stuff that we definitely need to cover on this beautiful April. Don't be fooling around. 1st, 2026. I don't like that. Take that off the screen. Take that off the screen.
Uh-oh.
What I missed?
Jeez, that was bad.
That was bad.
What I missed?
That was bad.
You're not a scout, so.
Didn't even notice.
We talked about it. It's a damn Morgan.
You want his hands to get wet before biggest day of his life?
He uses that lotion on his hands. He's probably covered in it.
That's not good.
I still believe. If this goes in, it's okay. Let's take a break.
I might need a new shirt.
Well, that's a different. I mean,
small
different ball. Yeah,
Why is that? Oh, they talked about that. Let's take a break. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change your life.
It's a lower rim, too.
That's how you for you. That's for you, ball. That's for us. That game hasn't been played in a long time. New champs kind of killed the game. Nobody wanted to play with him.
That beast you guys are talking about is a dominant force in the paint. Thank you, D-Bone, for your
He
service.
hasn't moved in the paint in 6 months.
There's a trophy just been sitting there, just waiting to be won.
Collecting dust.
Everyone knows what the fans' favorite.
Hey, that
was.
fit awesome right on top of the cup.
Fan favorite.
I wouldn't desecrate.
Let's get to a break. Kathy, I think she's going to figure it out. I think Kathy's going to figure it out. I don't like how all they talk about is how much money he loses all the time, though. It's not fun. That's like a direct counter all the time. WNBA is good. Who cares? How many millions are they losing tonight? It's like, whoa, Jesus. What about this arena selling out?
Yeah.
Caitlin sold this place out.
Every night.
She was the Beatles. Outside viewing parties because people couldn't get tickets in. She single-handedly changed downtown Indianapolis a bit. They got a practice facility now. They got different areas being built up. It's like
Knocked a jail down for it, too. Like, helped out the city greatly when that thing...
Yeah, freed all the prisoners from Slow.
No, they didn't. No, it was old school. But right there, where it is, it's right by Cambridge. I believe it's across the street from kind of the bus stop area, Hotel Indy area, and it has genuinely helped the city immensely.
Ishbia has done it in Phoenix, built a WNBA facility. Mark Davis and them in Vegas have built the Aces, a facility. They're in the middle of a dynasty. The Simon family has been very open about how thankful they are that Caitlin Clark has joined the Fever and how they are going to try their best to make sure everything is as good as possible so they can get as much success as possible with her on the team. It's been fun to watch. It's been very fun to watch. Hopefully WNBA continues to go. Congratulations to Kathy Engelbart. We appreciate her. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice might change your life. We have updates from a pro day and from the sports world.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet hoodie tone.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Let's play ball, it's game day. Yeah. For Paul Skeens, what time's that game?
It's already started.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Neil Cruz hit a home run.
Yeah, he hoisted the cone.
Boom! He hoisted a cone.
They're currently up 3-1. They are in the top of the 6. Skeens has 5 Ks through 5.
5 Ks through 5. That's O'Neal Cruz hitting the ball. Bye-bye.
A lot of people there.
And you're about to see
the coin. Hoist the cone.
Hoist the cone.
Hey, hey, hey,
hey.
Hoist the fucking cone.
Hoist the fucking cone.
Hoist the fucking cone.
Hoist the fucking cone.
That's what they're doing next.
Paul Skeens' ERA is down to 9.53.
See, it's at 67
9.
before today. What do you want from the guy? Went from 67 to 9. It's quite a climb.
It's not bad.
Dynamite. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice might change your life. Take 5.
Yeah, if he throws you a curveball, you're in trouble.
That breaking ball, good luck. It's pretty nasty.
Think he's gonna make contact?
No.
If I were you, I would just start swinging as you release it.
Do you think I make contact?
I can barely make contact against him.
Fight a bingo, 25 grand. Extra base hit, 15,000. If you walk me, $10,500 donation. Strikeout, 10,000. A hit is just 10,000. Ball contact, $5,000 donation.
Okay.
Hit by pitch, that's an extra 5,000. Strike is 1,000, obviously, and then every ball will be a donation by the pitcher as well. Skeen said that if he was pitching against me, he'd throw one behind me.
I've had a lot of votes to get you in the ribs. A lot of votes.
You can get in there and look at one if you want. Get used to it.
Is this the one you're going to put in my ribs?
Nope. You're not. Don't swing at this one. Don't swing.
All right, I won't. Okay. I thought it was going to burn my feet.
Rookie of the year. Get a little closer.
Just got a cramp in my left chest.
All right. No balls, no strikes.
Yeah, okay. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that?
I like that you let it go, though.
Yeah, first one.
Yeah, I like it. Oh, about tip. About tip. Oh, where'd you go? Pat, where'd you go?
What was that?
That was purple.
That was a strike.
Oh, it's right there. Hey, thank you for your donation. Kershaw's challenge is forever grateful.
So what was that? You just threw fast?
Fast, curve. Oh, where'd you go?
And what else do you have?
I have a slider.
Fuck. This is guy number 2.
At bat number 2.
Yeah, I got a different attitude, this guy.
Okay.
I don't like what you're doing with the strike zone.
You're on it. foul ball. You got me, though, there, right?
Yeah.
Contact. Okay.
Yeah. I will put on my Twitter bio. Made contact. What's he throwing? Okay. This will be his curve, right?
That's all I got right there.
Yeah, I saw it.
Hey, fastball away. All right?
Over here.
Maybe. I mean, you never know, but I'm going to try. Fastball away. Oh!
I think I got it. I think I got it. I think I got it.
That was good. Did that hurt?
Yeah.
You got jammed.
Thank you, dude.
We'll count that as a single. Infield single.
Hey, I got a ghost runner there. He's fast.
Ghost
Overthrow.
runner first.
He's on second.
Okay. I got it! Oh. Hey, good work, dude. That was awesome.
I knew the curve was coming right there.
You did?
Yeah.
How'd you know?
Just because I thought because I made contact.
Oh, yeah. You read
You're
my
like,
mind.
all right, let's fucking make a meet
Yeah,
one. Yeah.
you got it.
You told me fastball away.
Yeah, I cut in a little. You got jammed, but contact. Like I was aiming away through a two-seamer, and it's supposed to kind of run, but it kind of ran the other way.
JB, top right. Cut. Oh. Yeah. Go JB, get that. Yes, sir. Yeah. Right, JB. Go JB. Riley, OTB right. Cut.
Miller.
Time in. Hold in, team left. Cut.
As we peek in here to Fernando Mendoza's pro day, #1 overall pick to Las Vegas Raiders, calling out routes, letting the boys know he's
Shredded.
Okay. Six-pack as well. Wow. What are you looking?
Getting another quick squirt of
That's what
ice
I'm
cold
looking
water.
for all little things, you know. We know he can spin it.
Can't have slippy hands.
He's been obviously throwing beautiful balls here. We've had 0 balls on the ground since we've been watching. Going to the left here. Adidas athlete. So, oh, that's good. 5-step. On top.
That's a damn
That's
ball.
not on him. That's not on
Good ball.
Mendoza.
Good ball.
Dan Orlovsky's going to count that.
They will.
Packed house down there for the Hoosiers. This is very abnormal. A pro day looking like this for the Hoosiers. Play action. Take a. Oh.
Yeah, he likes it. It's rot.
Tell you what, Fernando's 6'5". You forget about that when you're watching this. He is towering above the competition. Flying to the left, 2 different colors cleats.
Cooper.
Omar Cooper Jr., first-round pick. Hey, he's smooth, this guy. Oh, he doesn't get caught up, finds his feet. Fernando waits for him, delivers a Dahn.
Wow.
Stays in bounds, finishes upfield. I'll tell you what, it's a little bit of a showcase, isn't it, D-Bud, of everything we like.
Yeah, absolutely. You saw the dig ball, I believe, to Surratt, and obviously the little post corner right there. But those are the passes, especially those intermediate routes that these scouts, these coaches, everybody. Because everything you hear is the RPOs, the back shoulder fades, the shots. We saw him do that 1,000 times. But NFL, we always talk about even with the Jalen Hurts conversation, the intermediate passes, layering the throws, being on time, being on target. So that's what everybody's looking for now.
No, Koski out of the backfield.
Beast.
Mr. Everything.
Let's go ball right there. Feels like he's in complete command, which is what we're looking for. One ball on the ground, it was a drop.
Do they normally call it, the quarterbacks in these pro days? Do we know? He's telling them all the routes what to do.
Even that ball right there. We can run with that.
It's a runner's ball.
We can run with that.
Perfection.
And I think I saw him break down the coverage, too, and find out that was
Orlovsky's got to be sick to his stomach.
So pissed.
a showcasing his stomach by Fernando. Wants people to know he's a little bit bigger, but still not a fatso.
I'm also pretty sure I saw Clint Kubiak's jaw hit the turf. Just loving everything he's seeing here.
Mr. Black in the backfield. I don't know what's going on here. They're going back to a previous throw to
MB, maybe? Oh, no,
I don't know.
I'm thinking the underclassmen don't have numbers. Is that what?
Because they're just there strictly for Fernando. Wheel route to the crib. You see that with Ashton Genty, potentially. Over there in Las Vegas. Unless they're keeping their cards.
Hairline looks magnificent.
Hair's flowing in. He's wiping
Sweating
off
a lot.
Yeah.
That's why I can't hold the water bottle.
Well, I don't, necessarily love the whole squirtsy and the mouthy, but, I mean, that might be a little stutter and go from Surratt. Oh, that was a good ball, Nando.
Catch a ball.
That's a touchdown. That's got to be a touchdown.
Who they got a wide receiver over there?
Vegas?
Yeah.
Thornton.
Super fast.
Trey Tucker. Super fast one.
Oh, the ball.
Brock Bowers is there.
Brock Bowers obviously a tight end.
Top pass catcher. He's
Who's
wide
gonna be
receiver
running?
one for them.
Who's going to be catching that go ball, though, that he just threw?
Who was the rookie out of Tennessee they took last year?
Thornton was the kid out of Tennessee. Trey Tucker was.
Oh, here's another one. Omar to the crib. Let's slow down a little bit. Let's slow down a little bit.
He was wide open.
Yeah, that's because the last guy he overthrew by a yard and a half.
Lock in, Nando.
Nando's locked in. It's not about Nando, right?
Well, we got to lock in that.
No, Kowski got a little bit of a knee sleeve and a limp. Who cares?
I mean, what? Catch the goddamn ball, boys.
Orlovsky's watching. This is bullshit.
Speaking of, ladies and gentlemen, joining us now.
Oh, great.
Oh,
Dan Orlovsky. Dano, what are you seeing here from this pro day? Dano?
Love you, Dan. Miss you, Dan.
We love you, Dan.
Little balls on the ground, huh?
Dano? Oh!
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a massive pro day person. These guys should look good. I've seen them throw the ball well, but
nice haircut.
It's good to see you, Dano.
Good to see you guys.
Is it?
Okay.
Still bummed out.
Okay.
We miss you, Dano. Listen, the internet happens. We were a part of it. That was a good ball. That's Brock Bowers right there.
Exactly.
You see that one?
You see Brock Bowers right there coming across? Bang, right in the front. Bam, let's go get some more yardage out here. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, it's a good throw.
Okay, good throw. Let's check the box there for Fernando. Did you see somebody else squirt the water?
Again?
That's honestly kind of him to let those people be out
Yeah,
there.
you're right.
And
Be a
work.
part of the moment.
Yeah.
Because they worked their ass off all year.
Exactly. Now
They deserve to be here, too. We don't even know this. This is maybe a pro day for also the athletic trainers and equipment.
yeah, they're trying to get their own tape out there to Mark Davis. Mark Davis might see one of them and be like, we need that guy at the Raiders.
That's a good squirt.
Yeah.
Danny, you don't think about that much, do you?
I do not think about that. I don't think that's a real thing. So.
All right, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, chalk.
I think I know what it is. He's a big sweater.
You think he's a little bit of a...
Big sweater.
What's that, Dano?
He's used that towel.
My guess is, yeah, that's why he's doing that, because he doesn't want to put moisture on his hands.
Okay, I like that, sticking up for Fernando there, Dano. I like what you're doing there. Thank you for doing that with us. What should we be looking at this pro day, Dano, even though it's hard to kind of see
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not I think there's most people who have played quarterback could probably go in a pro day and throw it well. So you expect those guys to look good. It seems like he's throwing the ball down the field, which is a strength of his.
There was a couple drag routes we just saw. Yeah. We just saw a couple.
Yeah, he didn't do a lot of this under center stuff, so that's going to have to be something he gets comfortable.
Okay, pretty comfy to me. Grab him a pillow. This dude's comfort level is elite right now with the bucket. Sorry, Dan. I
think he's a good player. Yeah, he's a good player. No one's ever said he wasn't a good player.
I agree. Hey, listen, you don't have to get so defensive.
Yeah, good.
We're just having a good time. We're watching Pro Day. We're past what happened last week. Omar Cooper with an out.
What a throw.
Nando on the face. No big deal. Right there on the face, man.
That's a crib call.
For the other team?
Yeah, for the offense.
Yeah. For the other team.
Okay.
Oh, now you're laughing at him.
Now, yeah.
Okay, just
Wow.
like we thought.
Yeah.
How come you guys can joke, but I can't?
Well, Dana, we didn't know you were still joking. Yeah, we thought you were potting, maybe. Oh, Wheel to Orlovsky.
Touchdown. What's that, big?
That doesn't count. Did you see it in the backfield? That's a good ball. That was an RPO. That does not count.
I like a little play
That was a
action.
penalty.
There was a penalty on what?
Yeah, penalty.
Oh, look at this one. You like that one, huh? Those were easier throws for him, he said. What's that? D-Butch?
No.
D-Butch say love.
Hey,
D-Butch, pipe that.
I mean, look, this is the thing to watch. With all these routes, just watch the receiver. If he slows down, if it's not out in front of him, like that, boom.
Oh, perfect.
See, you saw he caught that and had to turn back.
Well, he settled in his zone. Settled in his zone.
They were sitting cover two. Sitting cover two. You wanted to.
He threw him into a spot.
You wanted to throw him right into the flat defender.
I'm just saying, this is what.
Have you played ball?
This is what they would be looking at. The deep balls, post.
Feels like the UConn
You didn't hear the coach yell out cover two.
Feels like the UConn Pro Day was kind of full of
watching
shite.
the tape. I love Fernando. He's going to be the number one pick, but that's what I'll be looking at, especially.
That's good.
It's a good ball.
See where he put it, though?
It's a good ball.
Perfect.
Right in front. Right in front. Dan, no, did you see that right here?
You don't know what coverages they're running.
That's true. It's
No,
tough
you're
to
right.
judge the film.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so tricky.
Play action, beautiful.
Oh, we love that. Wow, we love that. Dano, your thoughts on that perfection right there?
It was a nice throw.
Bummed out.
Are you bummed out? It was a nice throw.
I
thought we like all quarterbacks.
Not at all.
Oh, Omar, little stumble. Who cares? We found it. Bang.
Oh, perfect.
I mean, what a game. All right, Dano, now that we have you, as we continue to watch number one overall pick Fernando Mendoza do his pro day down there in Bloomington, Indiana, with a packed house, which is very abnormal for Indiana. This man won a national championship for that team, won a Heisman down there. Mr. Heisman is currently standing in Bloomington still, which is crazy to think about, especially for Hoosier fans, what he's done for us. Oh, rollout, athlete, on the move.
Perfect.
I think Sega's there with a fishing rod, or?
Well, did you see what happened with the fishing rod story?
I saw Deion, explain himself.
What do you mean explain himself? He explained the situation.
Yeah.
He was coaching.
Okay,
he was motivating. Even as the guy wouldn't be able to play for the Colorado Buffaloes, he's still motivating somebody with maybe one of them prime fishing rods. I do like that he got a little bit of an ad in there in the entire announcement. But Dano, let's talk a little bit about what's going on around the NFL. Jalen Hurts situation and story. How do you feel about it? This feels like a big deal. It genuinely feels like a big deal. We had Chase Daniel on earlier strictly because I learned about the situation through Chase Daniel. He basically...
I mean,
that was a strike right down.
That's timing you
that was
just
right
can't
down.
teach.
I mean, unbelievable. That guy's got a sleeve on, not running full weight. What do you think about the Jalen Hurts situation? Is this all a bunch of bullshit coming out of league meetings, or what do you think, Dano?
No, I mean, I think that my first reaction is this is the second time their starting quarterback in 6 years has had some stuff like this come out about him. We heard it with Carson Wentz. Now we hear a little bit. I'm not saying it's apples to apples, but it's the second time there's some level of disconnect between the organization and or the starting quarterback. You heard Wentz was empowered too much or given too much power. Now you're kind of hearing some of the same stuff with Jalen, changing of plays, disliking or doing too much of the play calling, change at the line or in and out of the huddle. So it's odd that happens at least 2 times in a row with their starting quarterbacks that were, MVP championship caliber. Obviously, Jalen won it. So that's different. I think the second thing is I don't know the why. I think anybody can be honest about Jalen Hurts and sit there and say, if you just took him out, and I would tell you I was probably the most critical person of Jalen Hurts when he came out of school in Philly. If you just took him and threw him on the field with all this 32 starting quarterbacks in the NFL, he would not be a top 10, probably top 12 guy. He wouldn't pop that way. But I just think it's ridiculous to take a quarterback that has gone to 2 Super Bowls in the span of 3 years, been the best player on the field 2 times, won MVP once and the Super Bowl, and be like, yeah, it's just not really that good. That's hard for me to wrap my head around. I understand the fascination behind it. So you hear stuff like this throughout the year. You hear a lot of rumors and hearsay, whatnot, but it's interesting that it's happened twice to their starting quarterback in the last 5 or 6 years.
Now that's a strike.
I agree. People are way too comfortable talking bad about the franchise quarterback over there in Philadelphia. Seems like.
Yeah, it's true. It's just it's weird. It's odd to me that 2 times in a row this has happened, and for a guy that has won as much as he has.
Just carving this indoor facility up right now.
It's like a Easter ham.
It is.
That you're kind of experiencing right in front
They
of
have a
us.
sprinkler system in there because he's catching fire.
Yeah, well, I think his sweat could help if they need it. He is on fire right now, Dano, and he'll go on to be the leader of the Las Vegas Raiders franchise. That team invested heavily in free agency. Allegedly, they've already given him. Oh, we're doing it again, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Oh, it's perfect.
Okay. It was a delay.
That's perfect.
It was a delay.
Hell yeah.
Do a backflip now, Nando.
That was the last one?
Do a backflip now, Nando.
Yeah, this guy's the best.
Maybe a high five? Yeah, backhand.
Jolly
low
fellow.
five. Yeah, I shouldn't be here in front of you.
Best teammate ever.
Yeah, you want to make sure all the boys were there first. That's good leadership, honestly. Oh, actually, the guy just ran deep balls here. Yep, thank you. Hey, so let's stay down here, boys. Let's go ahead and do our thing, yeah. See you, leadership. Hey, boys, I'm in.
Hey, let him in there.
Yeah, we are. Well, he's just kind of, yeah, he's in. Look, he just wants to be one of the guys one last time. I like that. That's good work, boys. Good show.
Just flawless.
The future.
Dan, I'm bummed we weren't able to have you on during the Ty Simpson one. I know what that would have sounded like.
Look at that.
I don't like that.
You guys.
I would like to let you know that we are happy you're back on here. And I did think you didn't like me there for a while. I did think you were pretty mad about it all.
You thought that I didn't like you?
I thought you were pretty mad about it all, yeah. I FaceTimed you, didn't answer.
No, I'll tell you. I wasn't in a good space to answer that FaceTime.
I know,
that's be honest.
That's what I'm
here.
saying. That's why I sent you the, we love you, Dan. We love you, Dan. I want you to know that.
I was pissed off. The internet's when it's on you, it's on you. Like I've had a couple times over the past couple years. It feels heavy, and I don't know why I pay attention to it when I know I'm like fudge. I'm in it. I would tell you that I'd prefer you not to maybe say that I'm getting paid for my thoughts on national TV.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said this is why people are saying it.
Internet was saying.
I said that's why this is why people are saying it. Because then when you say, Fernando, what big games has he played in? When you got like really defensive, as if
can I clarify that, please? Do I have the opportunity to clarify that?
Absolutely.
No, we should just
move along. But on that note, you were talking to me as if we were in like a living room, and like we were. That's how you were talking. You were talking to me as if we were in a living room, as opposed to on TV with people watching. And like, I think, because that would be something like we would say if we were trying to debate a point with a friend somewhere. Like, yeah, but tell me the thing. So then people.
Well, I was there. Yeah.
I didn't know people were going to kill you for that, though. In real time, I did not know that was going to be the one that got you, but it certainly did. It certainly did. I did not love it.
I mean, I was asking the big game thing as a literal question. Okay, what game are we talking about? Because I obviously go into the time with you prepared to talk about Iowa on the road, Penn State on the road. Like, so it was a literal question, not a like a jackass question type of thing.
Oh,
it wasn't rhetorical.
Oh, you weren't saying like, what big games has this guy played? But
of course not.
I'm not. All right, we're not going to do what we did.
Because that's how it sounded when you watch. That is good clarification.
We misheard it. I misheard it then. Yeah. We all misheard it. We appreciate you.
No, but I would never. I can never be mad at you like that. I value our friendship too much.
Good. We love you too. And then I like that you did this. This was a good play.
Ended it all.
I stole that from D-Butt. D-Butt was the first one who did it, and then I wrote to him like,
had to do what you had to do, brother. You got it off. You killed it. Good fucking job.
That's a good teammate. It's a good teammate too, D-Butt.
It's my quarterback.
Give me an idea. Say, hey.
On water bottle.
Yeah, this one's for you.
Here you go, Dana. Get behind you.
Well, good job, D-Butt.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it was good. It was a good 72 hours. You got a lot of text messages and phone calls.
Just saying, hey, we love you, man. Just keep fighting in there. A lot of that.
I got a text message or a phone call from someone you know. I don't want to say his name because, but you know him. You know him like work. And he was like, "It's been an interesting 72 hours for you, hasn't it been?" I'm like, "It has been, dude."
I can't believe Coach JB called you like that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Wow.
Oh, okay, big pop.
Wasn't him.
What a pop. Mitch is done. Dan, we're happy everybody called you. Love you. Because I felt obligated to do it. We all felt obligated to do it. But, hey, that's the game.
I didn't get a phone call or a text from Tone or Ty or Boston. Well, he said we all felt obligated to do it. And
I said I love you,
Paul
Dan.
did it.
Yeah, and I said I actually don't. So, I don't have your number either.
So, geez.
And if I did, I'd lose it.
All right, anyways, Dano, we love you, buddy. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming on and watching Nando do that during his pro day. That was a fun time, wasn't it?
That was.
Dan is going to cook Fernando tomorrow.
Because of that pro day? Oh, yeah, I saw a couple behind the back. I know, he's going to do a whole thing. Yeah. Dano, remember, there was a couple deep ones in there right in the bucket. Yeah. Back shoulders.
Those out routes?
Yeah.
Why weren't you at the league meetings, Dano? Was it because the internet was cooking you at the time? Is that what happened?
No, I was told you're not needed, so.
Oh, man.
Tough week.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, you were needed.
I don't believe you.
Tough
That's
week.
bull.
We didn't know that was the case.
I asked to go.
We would have brought you.
Oh, good.
Well, actually, I don't know if we would have at the time with what was happening. I don't know.
I got work tomorrow.
Oh,
I got work tomorrow. I got work Monday.
He's got
a lot of receipts
Oh, my God.
Cool.
Rent's due every.
Just ready.
Used to not be invited to meetings, and now we're on the rooftop.
Yeah, bull.
Dan Orlovsky going to take a selfie at next year's league meetings. What? I'm the fudging man.
Started from the bottom, now we're hip.
So we're talking about Dano. We love that.
Started from the bottom, now Dano loves.
Dano, I want to let you know we have Brett Michaels on the show tomorrow.
What?
Brett Michaels.
Every road?
Brett Michaels?
Only one Brett Michaels, brother.
That's right. Every rose has its thorn. That's what I'm talking about. He's on 140, 145 tomorrow, depending on how.
Well, is there, I'm being respectful here, he's a legend, but is there a tie to him coming on? Is there something going on?
Yeah, there is. You didn't hear?
I'm interested to hear, too.
What?
He's going to be live from the moon? Is he on the mission?
No, he's the biggest fucking Steelers fan there is. That's why he's coming on.
Yeah. That's not the only reason.
We've never had Billy Gardell on.
That's a good point.
I think we have put a request in for Billy Gardell.
Couple times.
Multiple times.
Wasn't answered.
Well, we would like to say we do that for a lot of folks, and even though people turn us down and don't come on numerous times in a row, a lot of them, doesn't mean they hate us. And I guess I found that out yesterday.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Happy to know Troy Aikman does not hate us. We would like to let you know, Troy, we appreciate you coming on our show back in the day. We'd love to have you back on again.
Classic mix-up.
I don't know. There's a lot of those. But I would like to say I'm happy he doesn't hate us. Maybe he does now. We love you, Troy Aikman. And we cannot tell you why Brett Michaels is coming on. It's actually not allowed to be announced. It has been embargoed until tomorrow.
Surprise. Really?
Yeah, we got breaking news tomorrow, Dano. How about that? Maybe you'll talk about it on your show when you're back to work. You should have been at the league meetings, I think. We got a chance to meet Schrags, Miss Laura, Shefty was out there, obviously. We got a chance to kind of experience the NFL Live folks for a little bit because we're all kind of in the same world. Not just them. All the media people were there. It was getting to see kind of the entire operation. Your suits that were there, the executives that were probably the ones that sent you the email telling you not to go, they were there. We didn't talk to them much. We saw them, though.
Mm-hmm.
Saw them, had eyes on them. Had eyes on them.
You guys going down to Augusta next week?
So we tried last couple. We talked about this earlier in the show. I know you're not watching because we're finally past this. You didn't like us there for a bit. We know you didn't.
I was running errands, dude.
We understand. For the last week and a half, you've been running errands.
More tissue?
We understand. Oh, jeez. There's no reason for that. Did you hear what he just said?
I didn't hear it, miss.
Good.
What did I say?
You didn't say anything. Connor said more tissues, and I don't like that at all. Because that was very rude of him to say that because we're at a stage now where obviously look how happy this guy is. He doesn't need tissue. Maybe tears of joy.
I was in it. I'm not going to run from it. I was in it.
Dude, I've been in there before. Believe me, I've been in there before. I think Connor's been in there before.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
I ain't crying pot, but
I live in those.
You got
fucking
Glazer's
streets.
number? Shoot Jay.
Jay Glazer's
next
what you
time.
need.
He'll fucking pull you out.
Jay Glazer walked over to me and gave me a motivational speech at about 10:30 to 11 p.m. at night at that league meeting thing when I was, 4 or 5 cones deep at that time?
Oh, yeah.
I was hoisting the cone.
You were hoisting the cone.
I was
Yeah.
lighting the cone, hoisting the cone, smoking the cone, enjoying the time. I was having a blast there. I didn't head to the booze as much as I headed to the sky. Jay Glazer walks over, right into it.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Was your
fist bump.
dauber down? Did you need motivational?
I thought I had pretty good vibes. I thought at the time.
Something you said.
I said something,
Yeah.
and he was like, "You don't have enemies." And then he was like, I think I do. No. And then right into a 5-minute sermon about everything about life.
Jay knows.
And I was like,
I like it.
Hell yeah, Jay.
Jay said it was.
It was awesome. It was really
That's awesome.
I was
Good on
getting-
Glazer.
I was getting a little tired too, wasn't I? I think at the time we were kind of one way or the other there. We ended up being the last couple people there.
That was 1:30 our time, East Coast time. That was what, 10th, yeah. I was in it.
Some of these guys didn't make it though, did they?
Didn't make it or chose to leave.
I understand you're an adult. Dan Orlovsky would have been there. And if Dano wasn't, we would have said something, and then we would have been reminded immediately. People often forget that kindness is free. Let's take a break. We agree.
That was outside a tennis racket place. I was taking my son to practice.
And I'll tell you what, sometimes the universe and God drop things in your life when you need it. At that moment, it felt like you needed a nice reminder that it is, isn't it? You send it.
I think what bothers me is I think the competitiveness of the job and wanting to be right, and then saying something and people think there's an alternative. That I think that's the thing that bothered me the most.
We appreciate your competition, your competitive fire at what you do, how much you want to be respected as a opinion giver. And we like that you will throw yourself right into a fire anytime you want to. I appreciate that. Don't we?
Absolutely.
Not a lot of people have that trait. So you need to find a sign that says, hey, if not me, then who? And seems like you do. So we appreciate you.
I didn't think it was that big of a thought. Like I really didn't.
Still
Yeah, I still
not.
don't.
Hey, Ty Simpson being good in the NFL could all be possible still. This could all be very possible.
Yeah.
What big game. That's the whole. Because then it sounds like you're just.
Oh, he's really.
How about this?
And I thought that was an easy thing to like. Oh, he doesn't mean that. He probably means which one. Like.
We're happy to hear that now.
Yeah.
Aren't we?
Yeah.
Aren't we?
Yes, absolutely.
Certainly.
No doubt.
And just like we said to you, I said to you, I assume D-Butt did, but these guys did not. We love you, Dano.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait for the
Love
rest
you
of the
guys
draft
too.
season with you. Have you moved to any other positions other than quarterback? We got any other big takes, big swings on any other positions?
I'm fishing for something.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
No, I still feel the same way about the quarterback position. I still feel the same way about Jeremiah Love. I still feel the same way about the wide receivers. So, no.
Status quo. And that's why we love you. Ladies and gentlemen, he's back on TV tomorrow.
Yes.
Let's watch.
You know what tomorrow is? Do you know what today is? And do you know what tomorrow is?
Today's April Fool's, and we're done.
If you were a great friend of, if you love me the way you say you do, you'd know. Maybe you know.
Well, it's Holy Week, obviously. We know that. Okay, we understand.
All right.
That
It's Good Friday, so that doesn't come into play. I think Passover was last night for people. Maybe last night or tonight or tomorrow. Passover.
April is also Autism Acceptance Month, obviously, which we like to push and advocate for, especially with our friend Orlovsky.
Good job. Tomorrow is World Autism Awareness Day.
Are we getting? Is he back designing the set tomorrow?
That dude has been. He'll be there, and it'll be all over the place again, man.
I can't wait to watch that.
He just sounds differently this year than he did last year because the old P word is in play for him. So
what's the P word?
He's got a little puberty going on, so he doesn't sound like the little kid anymore. He sounds a little deeper voiced.
Really? Is he going to sun you maybe tomorrow? Tell you to sit your ass down?
Shut up, Dad.
As he goes through. Is there any of that happening tomorrow? We'll be excited.
No, he's too good. He's too nice of a kid.
We all got pretty emotional watching you experience that, because you were experiencing his true happiness happening in a moment that you don't get to provide as often, right? I think is how you viewed it. I don't want to speak out of pocket for you. That's awesome. I'm happy for you. All right.
Yeah, he's back in the saddle tomorrow.
Oh, like Luke Combs' new album. You listen to that?
Great. I haven't heard the whole thing, no, but I've heard some of it. It's awesome.
Yeah, Luke's back.
It's Luke Combs.
Yeah, I was hoping that Luke would maybe drop a long neck eyes gold beard.
Never broke my heart.
In that Saturday Night song. I think he could have got it in there. He could have paid tribute to himself, creating one of the most awesome things of all time in there. He did not. He just made another banger, but it's great to see you back, Luke. The way I am, available now.
Hell yeah.
And the way you are, something that we love, Dano. And that's just the way we are. Ladies and gentlemen, ESPN NFL expert guru, super genius, Dan Orlovsky. It's good to see Dan.
Great to see
Always a pleasure.
He was a little bummed out at the beginning. I think he was trying to play a little bit of a character.
Okay.
But then he couldn't help it.
What kind of character would you call it?
Bummed out. B-O-B-A, Dano. Yeah, bummed out.
Bummed out.
We call it something else.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
If we were in the locker room.
Bitch ass Dano. What?
No. He doesn't deserve that.
I thought that's what he was looking
Badass
to.
Dano is what he's talking about.
that what you were saying?
Jeez,
No.
Louis. Let's get to a break until tomorrow.
That's what you were saying.
Let's get to a break until tomorrow. How are the Pittsburgh Pirates doing, Paul Skeens?
We are in a close one. It's 4-3 heading to the bottom of 7.
Paul let up 3 runs?
No. He got taken out, and then Eugenio Suarez hit a 2-run jack.
He's a good player.
4-3.
All right.
Skino responsible for those runs or no?
No, he did not start the inning.
Okay.
So he's only responsible for one.
Yeah, just the one that he gave up earlier. So his ERA probably dropped even more.
Back to 9.
Maybe
9-5-3.
9-5.
What's the update of the Marlins game?
8-0.
Sheesh.
Marlins are wagging.
That's a good ball club.
Hey, shout out to you boys for playing that video. Scott.
Let's play ball. It's game day.
Yeah.
See,
always
you can
look
say that.
away.
If you wouldn't have said it right there, it's over. Some hockey news real quick. Can we talk hockey real quick?
Yeah.
Sidney Crosby about to do something nobody's ever done. He's been great forever, going to continue to be great forever. He becomes potentially the first guy to ever have a point-per-game NHL season over 21 seasons. Unbelievable how great he's been. There's been some injuries, obviously. That's why they say point per game. He maybe hasn't played an entire season a couple different times, but anytime he has played, he has contributed. This guy is the picture of perennial consistency at greatness and loves Pittsburgh. There's been multiple times where he's potentially going to leave, and he's just said, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm going to ride the wave here. We got new front office, new ownership, new head coach, new team, same legends. Him, Gino, and Chris Letang still together, still around, and they're making a run in it this year, and he's about to accomplish something that nobody's ever done again, which is kind of Sidney Crosby hockey.
Yeah, those three have been together forever, and they are hot right now. The East playoffs race has been insane, but the Pens have kind of, I don't want to say secured their position, but the chances of them making the playoffs over the last 2 games have jumped immensely. They've dominated the last 2 games last night against the Red Wings, who have crumbled. The last 3 seasons been the worst hockey team.
Last 4 seasons.
Sorry, my bad. 4 seasons. Their march has just been absolutely horrendous. But the Pens are on fire. The East race is insane. The West is not as insane, but the East is, and it's going to be an incredible NHL playoff.
Yeah, the NHL playoffs are always special. How's Washington doing? Are we going to watch them make a run at it? Because Ovi is about to accomplish something that nobody else has accomplished either. Sidney Crosby, Alexander Ovechkin, both the old guard of carrying the NHL over the last 2 decades. Nick, what is Ovi about to accomplish?
He just hit his 20th season with 30-plus goals.
Jesus.
We talked at length about how he broke Wayne Gretzky's all-time career goal record. Now he's just adding to that, and he's just the epitome. He is goal scoring defined. Like he may not be able to do all the things he used to do, but to still be able to put the puck in the net at 40 years old 30-plus times a season is unbelievable, and it just seems like he's never going to slow down.
I love that Ovi's still doing it, and they've been protecting him a little bit here at his older age. Nick, what was the stat you told me? Something about last night was his first face-off that he was on the ice for in the defensive zone as opposed to in the offensive zone.
Yeah, it wasn't last night. It was 1 game ago. It was the first time he started a shift in his own defensive end.
Insane.
So they had been deploying him in the offensive end pretty much 100% of the time in his usage. Now that dropped drops to about 99.9%.
They're saying, hey, listen, if the puck's near the other team's goal, let's get his ass out there. If it's near ours, let's not be wasting any skate time here for Ovi. He is special with the stick. He's special with the puck. Those two have done special things for the NHL. Now it's the next generation's turn. The next generation was the Florida Panthers, but
yeah, they're done.
It's all right. It's all right. Back to back.
Forever will be.
Yep. Good times.
Who's the team that's going to win it all this year then?
The Avs are the favorite.
Well, the hottest team right now is the Boston Bruins.
I thought the Pens just did some historic thing about beating people's asses.
No, they beat the poopy Red Wings and the Islanders. The Bruins beat the 1 seed in the East. Let me check. Yeah, the 1 seed in the West. And then what did they do? They came back down 3-0 in Columbus, took over Ohio, and then does it stop there? It has to stop there, right? No, they actually won again last night against the Dallas Stars with our backup Corpusalo in there.
Pittsburgh Penguins do have better odds than the Boston Bruins to win it all this year. What do the sports books know, though? What do the sports books know?
In hockey, nothing.
Colorado Avalanche, Tampa Bay Lightning. Maybe Florida remains the hockey state of this entire thing if they're able to get back to the top. They were phenomenal just about 4 or 5 years ago. Carolina Hurricanes. The Caniacs obviously always running wild.
They are.
Down there. It's a hard place to play. The Dallas Stars. Congratulations, Texas hockey, Gumpy.
Hey, baby.
Doing your thing.
Good value right
Edmonton Oilers. Is McJesus still having a hell of a season? Is Edmonton ever going to get the job done? That's always the question. I guess, huh, Gumpy? Is that what people are saying?
Yeah, Draisaitl's banged up, too. They're hoping he's back for the playoffs, but we'll see what happens there.
Congrats on your Texas hockey team being at the top of the shaft here or whatever, being close to raising the cone.
Yeah, we're always in the mixer. It's going to be tough. We got to go through the Wild and the Avalanche to even get to the Western Conference Final. But the boys are built for it. We're a little more tougher. Glutzen's boys are a little bit different than DeBoer's boys.
It's fascinating. They won't put hoist the cone for hockey, right? Because we all know it's a cup.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You never know.
You never know with
There's
Fanatics
only one-
football.
there's only one team hoisting
Vegas Golden Knights, how you doing? Not too shabby. Might win it all this year, Ty. Maybe it's time to go over and get in a change room, give a little bit of a motivational speech, ride the Zamboni, maybe hit the thing.
Yeah, you might be right. I'm very interested to see how Coach Torts has been, because obviously Butch Cassidy, the Sundance Kid, was just let go, a couple years removed after winning the Cup. So I'd be very curious if Torts has motherfucked those guys up and down the change room yet. I'm sure that's coming. So we're almost here, boys. It's almost time for me to really lock in on the Golden Knights. Like I said, those 11 p.m. midnight puck drops on the West Coast are a little tough to, kind of. So you're checking a lot of box scores, but I'm very excited, for the playoffs.
The Penguins being back in the NHL playoffs is good news for our show because we'll certainly get a chance to chat about it a little bit more. And the NHL playoffs, much like the NBA playoffs, a must-watch. And what the NHL does whenever it comes to crunch time, so fast, so beautiful, so physical, so fantastic. And the fact that the Penguins are probably going to win it all again, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is.
I like that a lot. Pulling for everybody to do good, though, honestly.
Yeah.
This show, if everybody's teams are doing good,
yeah,
feels like we pay attention to it a little bit more.
Come on, boys. It's your turn.
Here we go, boys.
Thank you, Batsu.
The crown could be yours.
You carried the torch proudly.
Yeah, you did for a couple years. I feel like you did represent NHL well on the program as
three-year run.
Back-to-back Stanley Cup champion, 3 years in the Stanley Cup Finals. But I think hockey kind of holds its own if it needs to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When we got goalies fighting each other
Incredible.
at the end of March, I love everything about that. Come on, man, they got after it last night a little bit, huh? They dropped a blocker, dropped a stick, dropped a mask, and say, let's go ahead and have one here, fellas.
Oh, yeah, Igor Shesterkin and Jacob Markstrom, maybe Jakob Markstrom, depending on where you are. But, I mean, it was a full-blown throwdown. Yeah, this is New Jersey Devils versus the New York Rangers. Bit of a rivalry. Let's make it even more intense. Let's get these goalies fighting. I believe Igor, Rangers goalie, took a couple shots. Markstrom skates all the way down the ice. He says, no, lad. You take those mitts off right now, Igor, and let's throw down. And they did.
I'll tell you, Shesterkin made him regret skating all the way down there. It feels like he did the winning. I'm not
his first fight, by the way.
Who? Both of them?
Igor, yeah.
Shesterkin's first fight?
First, yeah.
Yeah, so he's been waiting for this. He's been practicing in the mirror. The amount of grab, bang, bang, and big haymakers. Now, hockey players know this. Obviously, you can get got out there very bad. There's fists flying at faces. So you can get buttoned. You can get bled. You can. There can be color. I mean, that can happen. But also, he who looks like he's throwing the most punches, normally the one that is assumed as the winner.
Yep.
It's kind of like the Rock'em Sock'em robots that it used to be. If you just kind of went in there just throwing, I don't think you would ever really lose. But people would get tired from pushing a button. So then as soon as they put it down, bang, you counter and hit that. Shesterkin's been waiting for this. He knows the deal. I'm throwing at all times. This one, too, is a big one.
Yeah.
The left hand on the sweater, just jab to the jaw a little bit, and then bang. Those who have long arms, certainly an advantage. Certainly an advantage because they can just kind of schoolboy you over here, just kind of keep you out here.
Yeah, he's huge.
Yeah, and goalie's most gigantic. But the goalies very rarely battle. I'm happy to hear they're already throwing it down. Shout out, get the glove out of here, get the blocker out of here.
Yeah, you can tell Igor's been watching Rempe tape. You know, we last year, I believe, or the year before, we watched Rempe throw down time after time after time, and Igor took notes.
You're talking about the Empire State Building?
Bingo.
Does he still play hockey?
I don't know.
That's a great question.
Okay, you're the Rangers fan.
Oh, dude, I'm fired up
sucked
watching
this year.
Shesterkin fucking
I
throw
saw
down.
a lower third that said the Knicks are dead. What's going on? Are you guys okay?
3 straight losses, so the morning show's got to hit the Cowboys notes, do the Knicks are dead angle. I think they're going to be okay. Tough West Coast trip.
It's coming home, gentlemen.
So where?
Do you know where? There's a reason this thing hasn't left.
We'll see.
Because it's coming home.
Maybe they should trade for Cooper Flagg.
That would help.
I just said his last name like that.
2 G's.
Flag.
Why
Yeah.
don't you say his name fast? 10 times.
I just call him Coop.
What's that?
Coop.
No, but
Main event. Boom. You got a nickname like that.
And you can also abbreviate that. Me.
Oh, yeah.
For a main event?
Yeah.
I don't think you can.
I think you can.
I don't know if anybody will know who you're talking
What
about.
up, me? I think you can.
Go me.
Yeah,
Go me. Go me.
He will come home.
Hey, and there is a me and team, too, isn't there?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And meet.
Dallas. That was a fucking full-on failure like everybody said it was.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Even us non-NBA people.
Anthony Davis isn't even there anymore.
And Luke is the best version
They
of
got
himself.
rid of Luka. I mean, I guess they ended up getting the number 1 pick out of it.
But that was up.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, they basically just gave up Luka for nothing.
Was it?
Sham's got $100 million. What's that?
Was it just a... Was it?
We're going back to the moon today.
Goddamn right.
That's
we
the
are.
big word.
You know
there.
the Pelicans. You know the Pelicans traded Anthony Davis to the Lakers too once, right? Do you remember who they got in the draft?
Said no one.
Zion Williamson with the first overall pick. It's weird how that works.
Well, Anthony Davis is worth a big time prize possession.
No
That's
doubt.
why Washington did what Washington did.
That's right.
No doubt. Yeah, they traded like a 4th pick.
Are the Lakers okay in this? I tell you,
They're
that
great.
That Nico guy, Michael Dahn, is the worst.
Lakers are hot.
Yeah, there was that video or picture surfacing of him, just waiting to board with the C group at some airport. And
Cuban retweeted it.
Yep, this guy was just flying private a couple weeks ago, and now look at him. He's fucking boarding at C-29.
That's penthouse to outhouse there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Think about how bought in everybody had to be in that building, though, that he had. Hey, it's not us. It's this fatso. We got to get him out of here. The guy that scores all the points for us?
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy who just took us to the finals? He's fat, isn't he?
His transformation has been incredible since.
And I assume that would really rub you the wrong way if you're him. It's like, yeah, that's what I said. He needs to lose 40 fucking pounds, and then he'll be unbelievable.
Yeah, but he
did. Just not with them.
And he is.
Yeah.
He's phenomenal. In L.A., what a perfect place for him.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be, those 77s are going to go every, if they win, which I know people don't like.
Hey, plus 3,000?
And now he's dunking. See?
I take that.
Patrick Mahomes dunk. We talked about that before. Did you see that high school highlight?
Yeah.
He had terrible shorts on. I don't know what era that was. How old is he?
30?
Yeah, close to 30, 28, 29.
That was a
Maybe.
bad era of clothes, I think. Those shorts look terrible on that basketball court.
Baller.
Because there used to be like the baggy shorts.
Mm-hmm.
I like those.
After the Fab Five era.
Those were fun. But
Damn
he had
one.
like a tighter, longer short there that I don't really know what it was. Almost like a baseball pant.
Like a capri.
It's what it looked like in the high school highlight of him. But all I know is the first one I saw was him fucking going up on something.
Mm-hmm.
Mahomes? I wonder if he saw the clip from the other day whenever we remind him that everybody thinks he's ass.
Probably.
I saw a bunch of Chiefs fans going, yes, 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 yes. Do they win it all?
Nope.
This upcoming season?
Yeah.
I mean, shit. You got a shot.
I like that.
You say no.
No. I think they got a shot.
I think if Rashee Rice plays, yes.
That's.
They also just traded Trent McDuffie. So if they draft the number 1 corner, that as well. then definitely.
Got a Super Bowl MVP, Kenneth Walker.
Colts so low on this fucking thing. We paid everybody.
Yeah, but all the guys you paid have torn Achilles.
One guy had one.
Oh, yeah. You only paid 2 people.
Look at us together on there. Danny Dimes' old home and his new home.
That's crazy.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, but at least your team got rid of everybody.
Let's get out of here. I don't like that. I don't like that we're right next to the Giants like that.
Yeah.
Giants are the trendy pick this year.
I like the G-men.
I know, but they're literally rebuilding again. Whole new culture.
So are you guys.
No.
Oh.
We are really deep in this one. We're a decade into this thing. We haven't won the AFC South in 11 years.
Yeah.
And we're still doing it. When are Red Wings? How long Stevie Eiserman?
We already covered hockey. Okay, we're past hockey at this point.
TJ Lang told me specifically, do not call him today. He's on vacation. He does not want to do anything like. You guys are really loud with what Stevie Y was about to do. The Y, he's back, and he's like us.
Yeah,
he's like us as the Colts.
Sick of the Iser plan at this point.
Whoa!
It's a bummer.
Oh my God!
So the
legend. He's a Red Wings legend.
Red Wings legend.
No, I love Stevie Yzerman. We're sick of the Iser plan. 2 different things. The Buffalo Sabres currently have the longest drought to make the playoffs in the NHL. The Red Wings are number 2 behind them and at like 11 years. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, the Sabres will make the playoffs this year, which will put us at the longest drought to not make the playoffs. That can't happen.
Do you know how Buffalo turned it around?
How?
This season they fired their GM and went on an unbelievable run to make the playoffs.
Maybe Stevie Y is just like an ambassador of Hockey Town.
It's like Hockey Town's really up for grabs.
The only cane they're talking about in Detroit's the one Patrick's using to get to the ice.
No, don't. Listen, Dylan Larkin won the United States of America a gold medal. You guys should all be thanking him. But because of that, he got hurt, and now we stink.
Was he the one? Yeah, I do. I am proud of Larkin.
Yeah.
I am thankful for Larkin.
For sure.
He represented the United States of America very well. But I remember when COVID happened, and you guys weren't even invited to the game.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Yeah, and you guys
There's only like 2 teams that weren't invited.
Yeah, exactly. That is real. We can't house the entire league. 2 Yins aren't going to be able to make it. And it was the Red Wings and maybe Phoenix.
Yeah, Coyotes.
Yeah, they are now the Utah Mammoth. So I'm bummed out about that for you, Foxy, because I do think your city loves hockey.
Yeah, we do. I mean, even when the Red Wings are bad, people still show up to those games. That'll tell you everything. But on the flip side, we were just talking ball. The Pistons are still the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Just need Cade Cunningham back.
Something just happened, though. TJ listed it all out. He said it's been a bad fucking couple days. You guys aren't giving a guy the money.
Yeah, he was holding the Lions' water on that one, though.
Was he?
Yeah.
It's their policy.
And an O-lineman?
Tigers were up 5-0 in the 8th.
Oh, yeah, we lost last
Yeah,
night.
And then they
big
lost.
collapse.
Incredible.
Yeah, I mean, there's 162 games. It's
And
not
the-
a big deal.
The Pistons being the 1 seed. You just know that has
With Cade
devastation written all over it.
Cade with his lung.
No, we like the head coach.
Is Cade going to be back for the playoffs?
They're saying he might be, but I haven't gotten any updates at all.
Did you
so-
get a chance to chat with MCDC up there at the league meetings?
I did. That was the first time I've met MCDC in person. It was awesome. It was everything I wanted it to be, and he's the man. And he basically just said, "We'll be okay. Everything's going to be all right, and everything happens for a reason." So we're going to be back.
Does he
That's
still
all.
man it? We haven't talked to him in a
Oh
while.
yeah, it basically was everything you would expect in a combo with MCDC. A lot of mans and.
I love that.
Yeah.
Did he slug you really hard on like the arm at any point? or
No, he didn't slug me, but we dapped up, and
So
it
you
was
didn't
just
like
like I'm dapping up an absolute fucking monster.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. Yeah, that's MCDC football.
Yeah, it is.
I'll tell you what, some of those coaches were getting physical at that the little reception thing. There was some physicality out
There was some
That makes sense.
The booze was flowing.
A lot of alphas.
A lot of alphas, a lot of testosterone, one stands above all.
I will say I had to do the sprawl technique.
Sure.
To make sure I wasn't lifted into the sky in front of peers.
People.
In front of peers, yeah. So Jack and Diet here, okay? Jack and Diet here, very nice. I believe Zito was the one that bought the first round, or got the first round from everybody up there. Jack and Diet here, having a conversation. All of a sudden, I feel massive mitts on both of my hips, okay? And I know next move is, somebody's trying to lift me up right now. So I squat ass down. Okay, go hands on this one here, even though somebody's getting me with this hand here, sprawl. And then there's a punch almost to
A re-grab?
Yeah, you think it's going like that. I don't think so. Punch, boom, butt at, escape.
Now he's got,
Escape. Spill of Jack and Diet.
Got to go.
Still don't know who this is. Turn around. Jesus Christ. Obviously. Big laugh. Okay. I was like, oh, we're having a good time here, aren't we? Yeah, we are. So then that person kind of leaves, goes over to the bar. It was good interaction, good time. Cheers that we're having fun. Then I'm standing there. Remember somebody said they were Big Show 2.0?
Yeah.
Big Show 2.0. Back. Same exact situation. Back, having a conversation this way. Boom. I'm trucked. Turn around. Big Show 2.0, baby. Holy shit.
What line?
What he was not.
Guy is a monster.
Monster. An absolute monster. And I turn around. I go, oh, yeah, you are. Yeah. Handshake. He said, I'm getting out of here. He left. That was my only interaction. I'm like, I don't know if am I the only one to get my ass beat this fucking place?
Physicality.
There was physicality.
It was
in there.
physicality.
Mm-hmm.
I looked around there. Was some other
physicality.
I saw some people in the sky. There was somebody that was lifted up like a baby Bjorn, with their legs out like this.
Oh, sure.
Over here, right. One of those, I guess.
Yeah, LaFleur picked
Put
up
me down!
MCDC.
Let's get to a break. We'll be back tomorrow. The show's the worst. We're thankful we get to do it. Thank you all so much.
When's lunch?
Lunch?
Launch to the moon.
That's good.
I believe 6:49.
We're damn near already there, I'd guess.
I'm trying to get there, if you know what I'm saying.
They're just circling the moon also, allegedly. They're not actually landing on it.
No. We talked about it. They're perfecting the slingshot technique, so when we go back, it's no fucking horseplay.
The crew is scheduled to lift off as early as 6:24 from the Kennedy Space Center down there in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
This is a NASA SpaceX combo. Is that what this is?
I don't know. I assume.
Hopefully just NASA.
Thought it was NASA, yeah.
Yeah, but didn't NASA take SpaceX's...
Kinda.
In that they're renting them?
Mm-hmm.
Might be using the jet.
All I know is SpaceX is
A
an
lot of
American.
bureaucratic red tape involved.
So
call me when we fucking land on
hopefully
the moon.
just NASA.
What'd you say about SpaceX?
I know it's not American, so.
What is it?
I thought it was.
Elon's South African, I believe.
It's made in America.
The astronauts are
I
there.
still don't.
Yeah.
That I
What?
care about.
Tony.
We're going to space, dude. We're going to the moon.
These colors
Go to
don't
the moon.
run. Apparently they do for all of you.
The colors of the MLB logo?
Red, white, and blue, brother.
Yeah, they don't run over here.
It is a SpaceX collaboration, just like I fucking said it was. I thought it was.
Great.
He's making them for like much cheaper, and they're much better.
Yeah, be safe, gentlemen.
Only
Don't
for
listen
the
to
US,
Tony.
or is he selling it to all the nations?
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. Might change your life. We're in this thing together. I'd assume he's only doing ours and allies.
I'll change my tune then.
But I did see somebody on 60 Minutes who's making these massive drone weapons things.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's only coming to America.
I don't think it
No. A lot of those are.
That kind of scares me a little bit. It was right after a game was on. A game was on, and then all of a sudden this
Straight
interview started, and I'm like, I maybe woke up from a nap or something. Where's he sending those things? Everybody that hates your guts is going to get one of these. I'm making it right over here in whatever state. I'm like, can we stop doing that? Let's go to space.
Let's go to space, baby.
Let's go shake their hands.
Let's go shake their hands.
From what we're hearing, we're doing maybe a little more than shaking
Shaking more
hands.
than hands.
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change your life. We're in this thing together. Team on me, team on three. D-Buck, great work this week.
You too, brother.
Good luck to the team.
Hell yeah.
Luck, Bushy.
Both of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Mm-hmm.
This team too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Which counts? All of you.
You.
You. And you. And you. And also you.
You.
Yeah, even you.
Team on me, team on three. 1, 2, 3.
Team.
Goodbye.